Let me jump on. Not the band one, but let me kind of like just like for whatever reason. You know how they're fucking saying that Crawford is a good wrestler? He's strong. That's a good point too. All
Yeah,
of a
but we're
sudden,
not we're
yeah.
not wrestling. We're boxing. We're not wrestling. Guess what? You're not going to be clinching against Canelo. Guess what? Canelo is the A side. And you're not going to be clinching and wrestling against Canelo. And we're not. That's not happening. When's the last time you see somebody clinch and wrestle with Canelo? When's the last time?
Okay, well, let me say, oh, he can switch from right to left. He's like ambidextrous.
No, that's true. But we don't care about that. Like that shit don't matter against a guy who's on world level like
He's
Canelo.
taller than Canelo. He's
That don't
longer than
matter.
Canelo.
It don't
He's
matter.
strong. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Not that I'm saying it. I'm just
It
saying.
don't matter.
That's what the other side says.
He's fought guys bigger, longer, and stronger than Canelo. Guess what? It don't matter. He walks him down and stops him. Now, can I say this too? Can I say this too? Right? Everybody keeps saying Canelo is like losing a step. He's falling off. But meanwhile, he's dominating every fight. Dominating. He's 12-0 niggas. He's 12-0 people. How is he falling off when he like everybody's running? And
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's dominating fights.
Yeah, because
Now,
yeah,
you can say that.
You're
can
gonna
say that
do.
about him. Wait, hold on, Gonzalo, please. Like, hold on, please. I gotta give me a couple.
Pretty
couple
please.
couple more seconds, man. So,
Please.
If you're saying this guy has lost a step, man, you gotta show it to me. Like, I never seen Canelo be in trouble. I never besides on B-ball, but besides that, in his own division, he's dominating. He's coming
pretty please, Gonzalo.
Guys.
Say pretty please, Gonzalo. Pretty please.
So you
Pretty please, Gonzalo.
You can't
Gonzalo,
convince
come on
me.
now. Please stop.
You can't convince
I'm
me
only
that
joking,
this smaller, older guy is gonna beat Canelo. He's smaller and he's older.
He's older. He is older.
And can we? And one more thing. Like this lateral movement, this fucking Lara Mayweather style.
No.
Wait, hold on, Gonzalo. This Lara Mayweather style that people say that Canelo is weak to, it don't work on him no more. He's cutting the ring off. It don't work. So he's coming forward. You're gonna lose the fight.
All right, everybody, welcome to Hot Takes. This is a different kind of format for the show today. This is going to be more like the our other show, Expert Opinions, but I might, throw some different topics around, obviously. These guys are talking about boxing right now. Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is coming up not too far from now. I think from the info that's put out so far, I think it's going to take place sometime in September. I think it's September 13th. It's going to be happening. They're not exactly sure on the location of it, but the press conference is the first of, I guess, many little short events before the fight. Press conferences. That's usually what they call them. That's going to take place in Saudi Arabia. Interesting. All right, let's get back to the panel. This is a very late night edition of the Real Food TV. People, remember to subscribe. It is the greatest channel known to man. It really effing is. Really is. Okay, you're watching Hot Takes. You really are. Don't cry. This is sort of like this is a expert panel version of it. We're going to be going back to our panel in a second.
Big surprise.
I mean, it's going to be a big surprise when Canelo knocks out Crawford. Not really, not for me.
More surprises.
No. There's no more surprises. Let's listen to these guys talk some shit. These experts, this panel of experts on the Hot Takes. This is Hot Takes, people. I'm going to be going over a couple of topics outside of the boxing. Let's see if we can get into it. This is incredibly late night edition. Just letting you know again. Okay.
Yeah, Sopranos is for like white boys to be gangster,
Be honest, fool. You watch La Rosa de Guadalupe, way.
La Rosa de Guadalupe, no.
You know what I seen? You know what I seen in love? Hey, hold on. You know what I seen in love? Blood in, blood out. I love that Chicano movie, Mexican Chicano movie. I love Blood in, blood out. That's my
Hey,
shit.
part two's coming out.
What's the
coming out.
movie like that for Puerto
Leonda.
Rican? Is it Legal Tender or Empire?
Leonda.
No way, Carlito's Way. Carlito's Way is for the Puerto Ricans way.
Yeah, Carlito. But listen. Scarface is for like the Cuban niggas. Scarface is like that. That's the all-time classic for the Cuban niggas. And then Carlitos for the Puerto Rican niggas. And like Blood in, blood out for the Mexican niggas. But I will say that in the order, it's Scarface number 1, Blood in, blood out number 2, and then Carlito. You know what I'm saying?
Carlito.
Yeah, Canalito, the Canelo, the Canalito.
What's up, Ellie Setback?
Carlito. You shut up. You're the Mexican Ellie Setback, you piece of. Wait, I don't have a B button. Beep.
You're the Sephardic version of Ellie Setback. He's Ashkenazi.
I'm not even Jewish. I'm not even Jewish.
Fucking a thumbnail of Canelo getting punched in the face. You bastard.
What? Yeah, we're live right now. Hey, wait. Is that the body bag boss? Has he returned?
Yeah. Complete it.
Yes.
What the hell happened to you, bro? You haven't been around forever.
I mean, I have a life. You know
You got a life? What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
I can't be on boxing channels all day.
What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
You know what he's doing?
Look at this piece of shit. I'm concerned. And look what he does. Look what his asshole does.
I'm cool. I'm in the mansion. I'm cool. My pet honey badger.
He's doing gay porn.
This nigga selling honey badgers in the black market way.
No, you gotta pay money for my pet honey badger.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
Yo, his name is nigga. So okay, you know.
Whoa.
Niggas are paying top dollar for my pet honey badger named nigga.
To me, that fool.
Why do you have a pet honey badger?
Don't worry. Well, to me,
He's
that
lying,
dude
that's
sounds
why.
the same. To me, that dude sounds the same pre-COVID or after COVID.
Yeah, because I'm a real nigga.
Body bag sounds the same. Straight charlatan.
From where? Complete it from where? From Rivia. You know
Exactly.
Like,
you know
what rep it? No, you try to go make your bones off of that, or like,
no. Do you know where Rivia is from? You know where Rivia is at?
The Riviera or Arabia?
You know, answer my answer.
No.
I don't think I understood what you
Rivia.
said.
Do you know where Rivia is from? You dumbass nerd. What?
So where's from?
Your mom's room.
Oh my God, this guy! You're so rude. You're so rude, man. This is rude.
Oh God.
Yeah, listen.
You're being rude right now.
Well, that's the problem.
Apologize to Gonzalo. Do it now.
No, never. Listen.
That dude was just in a fucking scooter accident. He's getting over that. Apologize now.
Hey, yo, Food TV. How many subscribers you got now? That dead ass.
Millions.
Where? I don't see it.
How many? Wait. How many subscribers? How many subscribers you got? How many you got? How many you got?
900,000.
Few. I remember this fucker now. He's the guy that says he's 6'1". He's 6'1" and can knock everybody out.
Actually, I'm 6'2". Actually,
He's a closet homosexual.
That's the guy. I'm 6'1". I'm 6'2". I can knock everybody out.
You see, I'm being nice to him, and you see how he acts. You see this guy?
No, I never said knock everybody else. I told you I'll knock you out. Okay, I didn't say I'll knock everybody. I said I'll knock you out.
Wow. That's really fucked up. You know that?
Wow. No, wow.
Everyone's being so nice. Everyone's being nice to you, and this how you act.
Dale una galleta.
Una pinche gamesa, pinche. No, but anyways, dude, nothing.
But can I say what? Wait, hold on, Gonzalo. Let me just say about this Canelo Crawford fight. Like, this is a big ass grift because people don't tell you, right? And Gonzalo made a good point. He made a good point that Crawford is he's 4 years older than Canelo. He's 38 years old.
Oh, you said that before me, but you can't deny that he is older.
Wait, hold on. It's been a year-long playoff.
No, it's not a good point. He's just older. He's older. Everybody knows that.
Please, let me talk, bro. Please, let me talk. I'll be real.
You're hilarious right now.
I'll be real.
This is the only guy that talks more than Gonzalo. Just letting you know.
That's a fucking fact. Crawford's older. I didn't make the point.
But that's
he's older.
They want you to buy the fight, but what's going to happen is it should be a knockout. It should be a knockout.
It should be a knockout.
He's going to run.
What does that mean? What
That's
does
what's
that
gonna
mean? It should be a knockout. What does that mean?
Because
It should be a
it's a
knockout.
mismatch. It's a mismatch. It's a cash grab. It's a
He
cash
thinks
out,
he thinks
cash
he should
grab.
knock him out. You know, that's what he's saying.
I
As
should
soon as
knock
he
him out.
touches him, he
I
should
should
be
knock him
like,
out.
It should be a knockout. It should
Yeah,
be a
it's
knockout.
be an easy knockout. Easy knockout.
Okay, I get
There's
you. I get you.
there's nothing definite. The fight hasn't happened yet. So
Exactly. Quags. He's the voice of reason in this place.
there we are. There we go. Yeah, can you imagine?
It's true. It's fucking true. Leave Quags alone. Body
Yeah,
bag
you guys
boss
all
has
better.
returned. From
Yeah,
his,
I remember. I
From his,
remember. No, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Fucking.
Go
he,
ahead.
he got a broken
Yeah,
butt. He had to get
Rappaport.
that
No,
fixed.
no, no.
What the fuck is Veronica doing? A drive-by? What the fuck's going on here?
She's doing a drive-by.
You gonna pick
You're
me
not-
up right now?
You're not supposed to videotape that shit.
She's
Hey, have
coming.
fun,
She's
perro.
coming
Hey,
for you,
have fun.
Quags.
Hey, have fun, perro. Like, treat her nice. Buy her, like, not the Happy Meal, but
You know I'm
You're
a
like,
gentleman, fool. I'm a gentleman, dog.
I'm hungry anyway. Come get me.
like,
Can I ask you guys a
dude, like,
question? Can I ask you guys a question? Do you think that it's appropriate to put the Ryan and Devin fight on the undercard of Canelo Crawford? Because that
perro,
fight.
hey, no, wait.
It's been by
Treat her
itself
nice,
on a-
dog.
Is
Treat her
that what,
nice.
is that what they're
This-
talking?
This is like,
Yeah.
Wait,
It's not really
what the
the
fuck's going on?
main event at this point. They both suck. Fuck both them.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
both suck. They definitely both suck. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They should be. What I'm saying is, like, should they be an undercard under Canelo Crawford instead of because
All right, sorry, people. We're having a little bit of glitching here. I don't know what's up with the Discord, but the graphic seems to be messed up. Trying to fix that. I think we're having some issues. Might have to turn it off and put it back on again.
they're not gonna sell nothing because the fight's
hey,
dead.
Heyman, if you're
Wait.
married Veronica, can that be your best man? On the internet, only like internet
Body
stuff.
bag. You said
Bro, that's Silver's
You said
sister,
Ryan
man. That's
Garcia
Silver's
versus
sister.
Haney?
Leave her alone. That's
on the
Silver's sister.
undercard of. You said Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney on the undercard, right? Of Canelo and Crawford.
Yes. It's always
Why,
gonna
you
make
don't-
money.
Oh, okay. Why you don't think they'll sell good pay-per-view numbers?
No, not no more. Not no more. They both shit the bed. They both shit the bed. No.
No, well, this is my thing. Well, I know nobody asked me, but Ryan Garcia
asked you.
disappointed. Ryan Garcia disappointed, but also Devin Haney, even though he won. Now
I just
because
said.
Devin Haney won and Ryan lost,
They
it makes
both
it more
suck.
even. It makes it more even to now that Devin Haney
They both
fucking
lost.
the
They
Devin
both
Haney
lost.
fucking
They both
the
lost.
the Devin Haney fucking nut huggers or like ball lickers. They'll be like, yeah, we got a chance now. Yeah, we can
No.
fucking beat that guy.
They think they got him. They think they got him. And watch
We
what's going to
got
happen.
him.
Watch
We
Ryan
got
knock
him,
him out.
son.
He's going to knock him clean
Yeah.
out.
We got him, son.
Yo.
It's more 50-50 now. That's
Exactly,
why.
right.
It sells it. It definitely sells it.
Ryan got his
Ryan
number.
won.
fool. Ryan got his number.
Facts. Ryan ran from Jose Ramirez. We think he's gonna do it. Ryan's in front of him. He's gonna run for his fucking life, bro.
Oh,
He's
man.
gonna run for
You
his
gotta,
life.
you gotta have a little more faith in
Ryan
Haney,
in front of
man.
him.
Haney. You
No,
gotta
I
have,
don't. No, I don't. I have no faith. I have zero faith in Haney.
No,
You need
I don't
faith
got
in
me
him.
because
He has PTSD. He showed it. He has PTSD against
well,
fucking Jose Ramirez.
he's got PTSD, but then he don't trust a punch that he don't see coming. And
Can you
when
imagine how much scared
and there's a
he'll be if
human
Ryan was
brain,
in front of
there's a
him?
human brain.
Bro,
What you don't
bro,
see coming, you just don't know. So
bro.
what you don't know
That dude is
is
scared. He pussy. That's it.
Yeah,
He
it's
pussy.
like-
oh,
That's
come on,
it.
come on. Don't be so negative.
the worst feeling is
No, I'm
stepping
being
into
real.
something. You
I'm
know,
being
the worst
real.
feeling. The worst feeling in the world is stepping into something that you don't know.
Bro.
And like if Devin Haney's getting is not scared, well maybe yeah, but he's stepping
They
into
want the
something
Ryan
that he
fight
doesn't
because
know.
they're at welterweight. You
About a
understand that,
punch
right?
like a left hook
Gonzalo,
that you don't see
Gonzalo.
coming, though you're fucked. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
worst feeling in the
okay.
world to a human being is stepping into something that you don't know. Because that's like insecurity.
Right.
And that's why he
So-
could be a good boxer, but is he gets if Ryan Garcia throws a punch and David Haney got PTSD, then he's stepping into no man's land, into something that he didn't know what's coming. You cannot control that situation. You might perform 99 or 11 out of the 12 rounds perfectly to where you're gonna get clipped at any moment because you gotta park your fucking vehicle at some point in time. You're gonna trade punches, and in boxing you're gonna get hit. when Devin
Land
Haney
the
gets
plane, my nigga,
gets
land
with
the
something
plane.
that he doesn't see coming, he's always going to be scared of that. So something that you cannot control, you're always going to be scared of that. So yeah, Devin Haney's always going to be scared of the power from here on out.
Okay, that's your point, right? It took like 20 minutes to say that. Yeah, he's scared.
Well, and that's my point.
You repeated what I just said.
No,
He's
wait, shut
scared.
the fuck up.
Oh my God.
He's scared, I'm saying this to say that Ryan Garcia might not be the greatest boxer, but he's still got a hell of a left hook.
Ryan Pussy too. Once he gets hit and gets knocked down, the fight is gone out of him. He's done. You knock it.
But Devin Haney's not a puncher. But Devin Haney's not a puncher. He's not a puncher. So he's not facing that in this fight.
They both suck. Okay, that's the bottom line. They both suck.
The bottom line is that Devin Haney is not a puncher.
The most money they can make right now is under that Canelo Crawford card. Like,
that's a good idea. I thought, I like that idea. That's a great idea.
They won't
like 20 minutes to fucking say what? So you just fucking
imagine that card, Raider Stadium way. No mames.
Yep.
It's gonna sell out, dude. It's gonna sell out quick.
Yep, facts.
They should start stacking cards. You know what the problem with that is, though? I already know the problem with that. They're not going to be able to afford to pay him because Crawford and Canelo are already going to. How much is that purse alone? They're going to have a hard time.
Well, Turkey. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
That doesn't what pisses me off. Hold on. Like you think you know a lot of stuff.
I know some stuff. I know what I know.
He doesn't.
I know what I know, nigga.
All right, okay, hang on. Let's just get back to basic facts then. How much? I'm posing the questions right now, and you guys can answer. Just for the time being, what do you think it would cost to get Ryan and Devin in the ring? What do you think the entirety of that purse is?
$5 million apiece.
It's gonna be less. There's gonna be less. It's gonna be less. Actually, I think
20 mil.
I think that fight still makes big money. But they're not going to get paid as much as they were going to get paid. Obviously, I would say.
Does anybody remember when was that?
It was years ago. That's got to be over. What, 5 years?
2012, maybe.
5 years. No, it was in 2012. It was more recent than that.
He was complaining. Well, he was complaining well over 2 years after that. And he was on camera. Remember that? He was on camera, and he's like, I still haven't got all my money from the fucking Pacquiao fight yet. You're like, what? Like, think about that. That's a Ponzi scheme. So Al's holding his money, right, that he made, and probably paying other fights off with. Maybe he is. I didn't think that would have happened to Floyd. You think like maybe they would have kept Floyd protected from that possibly, but then again, he made so much money they need to use it.
Yo, why is Alonzo so quiet? I've been hearing about Alonzo is a.
Hey, Sobers, can you mute?
Oh, I'm sorry. Who's speaking? Who's saying my name?
I said your name because like niggas be saying how much you know shit about boxing, but you so quiet. What's going on?
I know. I'm okay. I know a little bit about boxing. You know enough.
Okay, so you got maybe you have a free day.
But I mean, I'm not gonna talk contracts. You know, I'm not a guy that I don't talk back-end money.
My mom's coming to 60. That's when she gets your retirement.
Gonzalo.
I don't want my mom to pay for it.
Gonzalo.
It's Gonzalo, man. Pay your bills later, man.
I say.
Talk to a representative and shit.
Yeah. So Alonzo, I've been saying some wild shit in the past 15, 20 minutes. You got nothing to say to me? What's going on?
No, the bill thing is
I'm hearing on BDA more in your mouth. Say some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? You got something to say to the body back boss?
No, man. I need to hear you out in BDA's a little bit.
That's why I thought. Okay, that's why I
can't just jump on you right now, man. You had your little war with Gonzalo, bro. I don't think you're ready, bro.
Do you have a problem with what I just said, though? With the things I just said? I said a lot of things in a few minutes. Do you have a problem with anything I said?
But shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
answer my answer.
Monkey, get off my back. Monkey, get off my back.
Answer my answer.
Yeah, see the silence.
I think you have a bigger monster to worry about, and that's Gonzalo.
You didn't say a word, nerd. You didn't say shit, nigga. Because BDA, you got a lot of things to say, but not to the body back boss. You got nothing to say.
Oh damn.
That's why I
Yeah,
thought.
watch out.
But you know, look,
Yeah.
listen,
Don't say
listen,
nothing
listen,
The only
listen,
thing you're bagging is
wait.
groceries, my boy.
Look, listen,
No,
listen,
garbage.
Bagging is groceries.
wait, listen,
But you have a
listen.
problem with what I said, though. Do you
no.
have anything?
Can I
You have
say
any
something?
objections to
Hey,
what the
Michael
body bag
Rappaport,
boss just said in the past 15, 20 minutes?
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Exactly. See that?
Let me see
Body
something.
bag.
I'm
See it
used
live,
to-
live on
I'm-
camera. The body bag.
Well, I'm
Yo,
used
yo,
to watching
record
YouTube
this,
all
I'm
the
recording.
time.
I want to do it like this.
I'm used to watching YouTube. I'm tired of listening to. I want to
The
just
Xbox
sometimes.
app right here. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I want to
Go ahead,
turn and
chill out,
just like
man.
sleep, but like
Netflix. Netflix is a nerd. Just Netflix this dumbass nigga. Fuck out, yeah. Stay muted, nigga.
who you're talking about, dude?
Hey, yo, Food TV, you heard that shit? Yo, Quacks, you seen that shit? Body bag. Got nothing to say.
Oh damn.
No, because
Yeah,
they're probably getting.
I'm listening.
No, yeah, but you know, they're
Yo,
probably
Quacks,
getting
ask you a question?
sleepy. They're probably getting sleepy. They're
That
probably getting
Alonzo
sleepy.
got a lot of things to say to like BDA and these other
No.
boxing.
But you don't realize how the world is changing. With the
Right,
motherfuckers.
Hang on. You mean Alonzo, didn't you?
No,
I'm
I
sorry,
didn't.
Gonzalo. No, Gonzalo.
No. This is what I'm
Oh, I
saying.
did, because he was.
Can I
He's
shed some
talking,
light?
man. I can barely hear you.
No.
I
Can I
can't-
shed some
you
light?
guys are talking at the same time. I can't make up what's going on.
Well, can I shed some light? When
Go
a
ahead, go
ahead.
motherfucker keeps laughing. Well, let me talk. When a
All right,
motherfucker
go
keeps-
ahead.
Well, when a motherfucker keep talking, dude, that shit gets tiring. Like, just shut the fuck up. Just finish talking. This shit gets old because my brain is tired. And now you're fucking like you're tiring my brain. Fucking Michael
Go to bed,
Rappaport.
faggot. Go to bed, faggot.
No. But like still. What if I want to stay up? It's just too fucking tiring. So
Hey, stay up. You stay up. I'll keep your wife up. You stay up. I'll keep your wife up.
No. But that's just fucking like.
You should be fucking your wife. You're talking to me.
Please, motherfucker. Like it's kind of like this. Please, motherfucker.
You got a wife, right? You got a wife?
Do I got a wife? It's none of your business,
You got a
motherfucker.
wife. Answer my
It's
answer.
none of your business.
Why do you say?
Yes,
Why do you say?
yes,
Answer my
yes.
answer. Answer my
That's
question.
my slang, nerd. Mind your business.
Answer my
No.
answer.
No. But can I say something?
Don't echo me.
Can I say something, dude?
Go
Shut the
ahead.
fuck up, dude. Cause I don't even like watching YouTube. I just rather sleep in silence.
I don't
I'm
either.
staying up. No, but who cares, dude? Because like I don't want to, dude. I don't want to listen to you now because you're.
Why you give me that
I'm not-
sob story? Why you give me that
Because I
sob
know,
story? I want to hear
because-
this shit.
Because no, look, maybe because I'm saying that you're not.
hear no sob
No,
story.
wait.
You want to hear that shit?
Hold on, fool. I'm not saying that you're not cool, that you aren't.
I am
It's just
cool.
too much.
Shit.
Yeah, but who cares, fool? Fuck, like who cares?
I'm Joe
Like, just-
Montana. I'm Joe Cool.
Can you
I'm Joe
just shut the
Montana.
fuck? Can you just shut the fuck up? No, but that's just like.
Hmm. If you don't,
All right, sorry, people. We're having some small technical issues here. I'm trying to turn off the studio mode and it brings makes the
Hey,
screen
fill
go
in the
completely
lines,
black, and I
like-
have no
like-
idea why. I'm
And
trying to
again,
fix that
Sergeant,
right now.
Can
Yeah,
you
turn the
give me-
screen black.
Can you give me something that like I can already expect to hear from like anybody in this? Like I could go to YouTube, TikTok, like fucking like this is
Okay.
you're fucking you're kind of like dude you're not
All right.
special. You're not special, guy. You're
I
not
am special. I am
You're not
special.
special.
Okay, you want to see something new? You want to see something new? Watch Popeye.
No,
Let that
no,
bar
dude.
marinate.
No,
Let
you
that bar
can do
marinate. Let that
you
bar
can try to-
marinate real quick. That
No,
was a
you
bar.
can try, you can try to backflip and do all these cool tricks.
No,
and like,
I just told you,
like,
want to see
dude,
something new?
don't-
Watch Popeye.
don't whore yourself out, dude. Don't whore yourself out on the internet.
I'm cool.
No, you're not cool. You can say you're cool, but you're
I
looking
was
like a
asked to be
dirtbag.
here. I was asked to be here.
Look at me. I'm cool. Look at me. Let me talk louder. Shut the fuck up, dude.
He
You
want
ride
that
a
body
scooter,
bag.
bro?
You want that body bag.
That's
You
what
want
I'm
that
saying.
body
Like,
bag.
don't. That's what. Even when you say nigger, when you say nigga, I don't
I
give
don't
a
say
fuck what you say.
nigger. I don't
But then
say
you're
nigger.
old. You're
Nigga.
just like shut the
Nigga.
fuck up, dude. You have
Okay.
no jokes. You have no
but
jokes. You're not
have a wife.
special. You're
You have a
not
wife.
funny. You're not funny,
Right.
dude. You're not special.
Right. I'm not funny.
And
you're right.
you're not original. And you're not original,
you're
dude.
right. Okay,
You're
so
just
what
a
I'm
piece of
copying
shit.
off
And
Who
you
am I
say you're
copying off
6'2" and you can kick
of? Who am I
everybody's ass.
copying off
But
of?
you're just on the internet.
Who am
You're
I
not.
copying off of?
Get
Who am I copying?
Michael Rappaport.
I don't know
Shut the fuck
Michael
up, dude.
Rappaport. I know him as an
Yeah, shut
actor,
the
but I
fuck
don't
up.
watch Michael Rappaport. So who am I
Yeah,
copying?
well, Well, then,
That's about what?
then again, you're a piece of shit and you're nobody.
Okay, you have a wife, right?
You're no. No, never
Yeah,
mind if I got a wife. Mind your
nigga.
business, nigga.
You have a fucking
Mind your
wife.
Get your hands
business,
off
nigga.
my wife.
Mind your
Nigga.
business, nigga.
Nigga,
Mind
you
your
have a wife.
business. Mind your
Answer
business.
my
fool.
answer. Answer,
Yes.
faggot. Answer it.
Answer his answer.
Faggot, fool, faggot.
Answer it. You fucking beanbag. Answer it. Yeah.
beanbag.
Yeah, he's a beanbag. Listen,
Bitch,
you-
nigger, faggot,
oh, he called me a
motherfucker.
nigger. See, he called me a nigger.
Dude,
See that? He called me a nigger.
No,
Yeah, now
like,
it comes out.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah,
I'm Latino too. I'm Latino too. I'm
I don't give
Latino.
a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you're like, but you're Michael Rappaport.
Reno and Latino.
And you're a copycat.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
dude, you're like, you're lame.
Now I know.
Let me go
Now
back.
I know.
Why you're asking
Now
if I have a wife?
Right.
Why
right.
are you asking if I have a wife?
Because you should be fucking your wife.
Don't
instead of
talk
talking
about
to me.
my wife.
Like, shut the fuck
Okay.
up. You,
You,
like,
you
dude.
should be fucking your wife instead of talking to me. Because you wanna know why?
Nigga, like,
You wanna know why?
what-
Because your
what-
wife's fucking other niggas. Okay,
Piece,
that's why.
piece of shit. Piece of
I
shit.
guarantee you.
Check it out.
I guarantee your wife is
No,
fucking
no.
other men because you aren't here
Look,
talking about boxing.
okay,
niggas.
you wanna know my
Okay,
story? You wanna know
You're
my
not
story?
fucking- You're not fucking
You
your
wanna know my
wife.
story? My wife is a Jehovah's
Story.
Witness, and
Fuck your
I'm
story.
divorced, and
No.
she's
Yeah.
single.
Yeah, because
She's single. She's single.
Your dick's
And she's
small.
single.
You can't please her. You can't please her. You can't please as a
Dude,
man.
like,
You can't please
like you're so out of whack,
her. That's
dude.
why. That's why.
You're so
That's
out of
why.
whack, dude. You know why you're so out of whack? You
Listen,
know why you're so out of whack, dude?
listen.
Like, you're so out of whack, but don't make me
I
speaking
fuck a
stupid
lot of
stuff.
beautiful women, and guess what? I've known them for like
No, hey, bitch. I don't, bitch.
They
Shut the
love
fuck
this
up.
long
My dick is probably bigger than yours. I don't give a fuck. No. Well, shut the fuck up.
You don't got it.
You haven't.
I got a long and heavy. I got a long and heavy.
Hey, dumb fuck. You say
I got a long
you're
and heavy.
40.
That's why you're divorced.
Dumb fuck.
That's why you're divorced.
I'm
That's
getting
why
the.
you're divorced.
Dumb
Your
fuck.
dick's
Dumb
small.
fuck.
Your
Dumb
dick's
fuck.
small,
You think you?
and you don't have a long and heavy like me.
Okay.
That's why she comes
You
to
You
you.
want to know about his wife or not?
Yeah, I got no.
Let me talk to this dirtbag. Let me talk to this dirtbag. Let me talk to this dirtbag. I was a late bloomer. Look, dude, I lived like dude, listen. I lived for 15 years. I lived for 15 years. I lived for 15 years. I lived for 15 years in Coahuila, and the greatest whore town in fucking in probably Mexico, in Coahuila.
Yeah, I don't care about
For
none of that.
50 years. And then I've been in the Philippines for like running like 9 years.
Yeah, because you hide it.
And I was in the military for 8 years. And I was in the military for 8 years. You think you fuck more women than I have, dude?
We've been through this already. You hide it from the cartel. That's why you're in the Philippines.
No. We've been through this. You think you fuck more women than I have in my life, dude?
No,
And
you
I don't even know you. I'm just gonna guesstimate. I'm just gonna guesstimate, dude.
That's why
I'm
your
just gonna
wife left you
guesstimate.
because you hit it in the Philippines because you hide it from the cartel.
You're calling me little dick. You're calling me little dick. Look,
We
you
know
think
this
you
already.
fucking more women than I have, dude?
No. You fuck
No,
ugly
of
women.
course not. Of course not. Of course you haven't.
Your dick's small. That's why she left you. Get over it.
But
Listen.
look, listen. But look, listen. Let's take another step. Hold on. How about pretty women? You think you fuck like beautiful women?
A lot of beautiful women. Plenty. And I fuck
No,
some
I
ugly ones, too.
you love.
They got better pussy.
I
They got
love
better
too.
pussy. They got better.
I love
They
too.
got
But
better
have you fucked beautiful women in your life?
Yes.
Have you ever fucked a
Yes.
Jehovah's Witness?
The pussy
Yeah,
not
I
that
do.
good. The pussy not that good,
Yeah,
to be
but
fair.
I have my. Dude, like,
Yeah.
have you walked beautiful? I have my share, not
No,
like
you haven't.
100%
No, you
tandem.
haven't. Oh, you got married.
My share, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Oh, the
But
first girl that gave you
my
attention.
fucking share. But you know that's just like a magnet. Even I'm in my 40s, like I'm here, and like people see me, like the bitches, like
Why
they
you
know
coping?
that what I got.
Why you coping?
Like,
This ain't no
dude, I
coke
want to
channel.
fuck that guy because
This ain't no
they
coke
know.
channel.
They know. No,
This ain't
nothing.
no coke
Nothing.
channel.
I'm just
This ain't no
asking you.
coke
I'm
channel.
asking. I'm
Don't ask
asking
me
you. I'm
nothing. You a
asking you.
cop? Are you a cop?
No,
Don't ask me nothing.
I'm just
Don't ask
asking
me
you. Fool.
nothing.
No, but in the end of the day, it doesn't matter because you know what I'm striving for? To get that dick up. Because
listen,
I'm
you're
kind of
telling
scared
me-
that.
Training to
and
get the
people
dick
know-
up? Hell
People
yeah.
You're
know-
telling me You're telling me you're a late bloomer. That means your dick's small. It never grew. So that's why you
No,
can't please your wife.
I was when I was a teenager, but I'm
bro.
not.
Just late,
happened.
bro.
That's what you're
No,
telling
I'm
me.
not. No, I'm not lying.
I'm a late
not
bloomer.
lying. That when I was younger, I couldn't get when I really got to it, I really went
guarantee
to
you,
it.
right? I guarantee you, right? If your
You're-
wife
no,
saw
what-
me and you
why
side by side, it's still
why
our
no listen.
I guarantee
My
you she
wife,
prefer mine. I guarantee you she prefer me right now.
like don't talk about my wife. Like you want to
Fuck your
meet her?
wife.
So straight the fuck
Your
her.
wife.
Like
Fuck your wife.
nothing.
Fuck your wife. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm the
Hell
one.
yeah. Hell yeah. Talk to that nigga.
Dude, I'm in Vegas. I'm in Las Vegas.
That
Getting
shit,
the
nigga.
right now.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Shut up. Well, it doesn't matter, dude. Like, look,
How?
talk to me, clown. Talk to me, clown. Talk to me,
Shut up,
clown.
little playboy.
Why you talking? No. But
He wants
look,
body bag.
hey,
See how he's stuttering? He that body bag. He tucked in. He tucked in.
No,
beautifully.
why you talking
You tucked
such
in
an
that body
absolute?
bag.
Man's laying in a body bag. He needs some milk.
This nigga talks in absolutes. Like I could fuck you
Why you
up.
stuttering? Why you stuttering?
This, like that. Who's stuttering? That's what I'm saying. You're like a fucking like.
Stop talking about your wife. She don't want you. She don't love you. She's not with you. What you talking about your wife for?
No. You're
Stop talking about your ex-wife.
No. Wait. You're
He's
just.
committed to the Lord.
No, wait. You're just no. You're just like somebody that everybody got used to.
All right, people. We heard a bunch of bickering. Body Bag Boss is kind of a piece of trash. He's over here. I said, "Oh yeah, look at the Body Bag Boss." That's what he calls himself. He hasn't been on the forums in a while. He's like, "I got a life." Isn't that funny? This guy's just all projection. He really doesn't have a life. That's just fact. All right, people, remember to subscribe to the Real Food TV. It is the greatest channel on demand. You're watching the Hot Takes. All right. I'm having some problems here, technical issues. I'm going to try to fix it right now. I'm actually stuck in the studio mode. I'm going to try to come out of that real quick. Let's see if the screen might turn black for a second. But we'll come back. I have no idea why this is black right now. I'm going to see if I can change some stuff up. Okay, it looks like... Well, I'm going to go to this other mode. There seems to be some kind of glitch happening. That's why you're seeing that weird stuff on the screen there. All right, I'm going to a couple of settings. I don't know why that's like that. All right, I think I fixed it. All right, let's hear the panel again. Remember to subscribe to the Real Food TV, people. It's a great channel on demand. I don't know why my subscribe button isn't working. I got all kinds of technical problems over here and shit. Let's see, where the fuck... Where the heck? Oh, here it is. All right, I'm gonna move to the top. I gotta get this to work. What I think it is, I think it's being blocked by the cell phone. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this. We're gonna move my subscribe because I need you guys to see this. Subscribe. Remember to subscribe to the Real Food TV. You're watching Hot Takes. This is the, I guess, sort of like an expert panel edition of it. These guys over here just talking a bunch of shit to each other. Let's hear this lady. This is actually one of the girls that Body Bag Boss is going out with.
I might wear kid shoes, but at least I don't have to pay full price for adult shoes. Like, there's always the bright side.
I don't want to.
On and you can do your hair. And
I don't want to be mean, people. I don't want to be mean, but he says he's going out with some girls, and I just assume, he's going out with some girls that have slight self-esteem issues. She might be a really pretty person. You never know.
I mean, I'm not gonna talk to another man about other girls. I'm gonna talk to a girl. I'm gonna talk to a girl directly when I want to speak to a girl. I'm not gonna talk to another man about speaking to another girl, dude. That's so lame, dude. What I want to speak to you about another girl to you? Like, I'm not trying to.
I ain't gonna talk to a man about men. Know what I'm saying?
Gay ass nigga. I told him he's a gay ass nigga. I told him. Listen, be gay.
What? No. Your fucking friend. What I'm saying? No, what I'm saying. Dude, you two can get it, fool. You two can get it because you're a piece. You're like talking like you don't know nothing.
You drunk
and your
machete.
gay ass boyfriend.
You drunk machete. You're a drunk ass machete. That's who you are.
Suck my dick. No, suck my dick, fool.
There you go. Now I know you're gay. Now I know you're gay.
Yeah, because you like that. That's what you want. That's what you want.
I mean, look, body bag. He goes on panels to try to piss people off. It's like he gets off on that.
No. He likes the dick. He likes the dick.
He's trying to piss people off. That's what it is, right?
No, because he's first rate homosexual.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know, fools. I know. Listen, your channel's dead. Okay.
Yeah, I know, fools.
It just keeps building. It's dead, but it keeps building.
Hey, Julio, tell them what your channel is. Fuck you, TV.
Julio.
Exactly. Oh no, wait. It's Fu. It's
July. Your name is July.
No, but I thought the original channel was
Your name is July.
Julio. But in the end of the day, Julio. But no, but you told Julio, you told me in the end of the channel fucking TV.
You know what comes up? You know what comes up TV?
Definitely.
Forever United TV. I don't see your channel. Where you at?
What?
Why does your Food TV? You know what comes up? Forever United TV. I don't see your channel. Where's it at?
It's called the real Food TV. That's what it's called.
No, but here it says Food TV. Right here it says FU TV.
Exactly. Well, because there's other people that took the name, but this is the real. This is the real Food TV. The real. Yeah, you understand what the real means? You know what the real means?
You're a fake Forever United TV then.
You see what he does? You see what he does?
His name is Body Bag. His name is Body Bag.
Exposed to
legendary.
Cool. Yeah.
Body bags like fucking.
So Food TV is a fake Forever United TV. Yeah, duly noted. Thank you. Now.
Do you have love in your heart, Body Bag?
Do you stop stuttering? No. So keep going.
Do you have love in your heart?
Do you stop stuttering?
Am I unwise to open up your eyes?
No, you're a fraud and you're garbage.
To love me?
Okay.
You small fry.
You're a fag. See, I knew you was a fag. You're a fag. Netflix.
You loving me, girl, and you loving
me.
Hey,
Veronica. Let me say something.
No, this ain't a lot. Talk too much.
I'll be right back.
No, I'm talking to Veronica.
Yeah, bye,
you
bitch.
love me.
Oh,
she's still listening. She's
Get
still
the
listening.
fuck out of here, loser.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy, Veronica.
I'm singing the lyrics.
Your life.
I'm gonna mute Gonzalo real quick. And,
No,
hey, yo,
Veronica,
get your knees dirty,
little boy.
Oh my God.
Get your knees dirty.
This guy, this guy will keep talking. This guy will keep talking, and he won't. This guy will not make a good point. He just keep talking and talking. To where the day is like, I gotta check out because he's just he's repeating the.
Get the fuck
He's
out.
repeating the same shit all over again.
No, I am cooking.
Saying nonsense.
Look,
Blah,
please,
blah, blah.
I'm on an air fryer, bitch.
Blah, blah,
blah.
You a small fry in a big potato
You want
world.
attention? You got it, bitch. You want attention? You got it.
You a small fry. You a small fry.
It's true. It's true.
I know.
It's true. It's true.
Just imagine
he's
you
a small
gotta put
fry.
up with that. Imagine your.
He's got issues with his wiener, and he's now coming over here to cry a little bit.
Imagine you're married to that motherfucker and you gotta put up with him.
Imagine that he bitches more than like some bitchy lady, you know.
He's asking me about my wife when I left her a long time ago.
You just don't answer him.
Did she sound like the body bag boss?
You're like a woman, fool. You're like a woman. Nobody putting up with that shit, fool.
Just don't respond to him. It's that simple.
Damn.
Listen, I don't want to be followed. I don't have no social media. I don't want to be followed. I don't want to be
He's a woman.
I'm the body
it's true. It's true.
No, I don't.
He wants you to love. He wants you to love him.
He's over there getting all sad about it.
Yes, you are, bitch.
If you see my dick, you want to suck it. Trust me. If you see my dick, you're gonna want to suck it.
That's
Damn. Projection right there. That's projection right there. This guy. The body bag sees dicks and he wants to suck them.
He can't block it. Look at. He can't block it.
Go to TY channel.
Cock block? Did you see who's dick while you're cock? Why you saying that a woman do not see you like that because she don't know you?
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Like you're talking a lot of shit. Like she don't know you.
Body bag boss body everybody in the lobby.
That's how your mind works. That's how you see a dick and you want to suck it.
You're acting like everybody.
It's a fact, man. It's a fact.
Stop talking to him.
And your channel is dead, Food TV. You're fake Forever United.
It's building. It's just building. It just builds and builds.
Just kick this fucker out of here.
Hey, don't disrespect the
remember, people. Remember to subscribe to the Real Food TV.
Nigga.
Give me a second.
Mind your goddamn business.
All right, I had to silence him because he's talking a bunch of shit. Remember to subscribe to the Real Food TV, people. It's a great channel on demand. If it's the first time you ever been in here, this show is actually called Hot Takes. I usually do a variety of different topics, but right now we're just listening to the panel. I might jump into a couple of topics before we end the show. This is a very late night edition of the show. But once again, if you guys are coming here for the first time, remember to subscribe. It is the Real Food TV. The Real Food TV. All right? The best. Just saying. Let's listen to this troll cry.
In bed.
So
You know
keep
that.
talking.
So
You're a
listen,
starfish,
listen.
right?
So
And you don't suck
listen.
no dick, right? Tap in.
What?
That's why you're useless to a man. You're useless. That's why you're here on the boxing with an all-men boxing panel.
Just
Why
talk.
the fuck
Just
you
keep
talking
talking.
No. But
You either
listen.
a tranny
No, but
or you're an ugly ass
listen.
bitch.
No,
Which
but
one
if
is
you're
it?
trying
Talk
to,
to me.
but this is my thing. Imagine like a young lady, or like a woman, like here, but
Silence
you're
speak volume.
no.
She has a dick.
But no, just but the loud mouth that keeps repeating and
Now
keeps
you don't
talking
answer
to
my
make
answer.
everybody
Guess
tired.
what? You're muted, bitch. Tap in.
No, but like dude, like you're just like
I don't talk to
it's old,
Transformers.
dude. Why you talk to it? Do you think people
Everybody muted.
you haven't heard that shit
You're the
before?
one who keeps talking to him, so like you're part of the problem.
Still talking.
No, because like the movie from Steven Seagal, what does it change to make a motherfucker like change his thoughts? Like,
Yo, I'll be
like
honest.
when he,
Talk to the motherfucker.
I make everybody quiet, man. That's how it goes, man. That's how I'm body bag
I'm
boss. I
telling
make
you,
everybody
ignore
quiet.
him.
so everybody quiet. So everybody quiet on the
No,
internet.
no,
That means
just
you're a
continue you
badass.
guys' conversation.
No,
Ignore
I'm
his.
just me. I'm a
Because he ain't
Oh, you're a
saying shit.
badass. Oh, my bad,
No,
my
I'm not
bad.
a- no,
Run
I'm
your
not a
gun.
But
badass.
Run your
Gonzalo, you
gun.
keep on talking.
I just speak facts.
Let me say this. Run your gums.
He's like an angry black woman way. He's like an angry black woman.
Run your gums and keep talking on the YouTube and the internet to what people are like so tired that you keep running your gums like a black woman that now we're like, yeah, you proved the point. You didn't prove anything, bitch. You're just like a fucking.
This is my first time over a year to even talking to y'all.
He's Medea way. He's Medea. He's that black bitch. Medea way.
What your first time over here? No. This year, 1 year ago, you were still a bitch. Now you're back. You're still a bitch now, motherfucker. And you're even more old because people are catching up.
Le gusta la verga, güey. Le gusta la verga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, it's my first time being a bitch since last year. You were a bitch a year ago, fool. You're loud, you're talking like what? Yeah, bitch.
I'm amazing. Look, yo, Future's a bitch. Yo, I want to talk. I didn't mute myself because you pussy. Yeah, you pussy. Because you want to hear the background because you know you live with your fucking mom, bitch ass nigga.
¿Cómo se llama this fool? You not stop slapping his gums, fool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, do you think?
Faggot ass up. Listen, you lonely. You lonely.
The only reason that I mentioned a woman because a woman don't like to hear that. Like, especially because.
But that's why you're
here. No, because I'm not a faggot. And I don't like to hear motherfuckers flapping their gums like a fucking woman, and you are.
I'm around women all the time. I'm only here for a few minutes.
And they're kind of calling me out for like trying to call you out. But I gotta tell you what's up, fool.
He's like fucking Lady Chan. He's like Lady Chan way.
Hey, fuck that bitch. He fucking Shane Mosley sucking his dick.
Yeah, well, he's a Lady Chen is a transvestite, and you're a fucking like straight.
You don't know shit about boxing. She don't know.
You could be a faggot or like a fucking like a homo. I don't give a fuck that you're. I'm not saying you're cool, but like you just don't shut the fuck up, dude.
All she wants is boxing dick. Okay, she don't know shit about boxing. That's why she's fucking Shane Mosley, a washed-up fighter. Okay, he's washed. She want boxing dick. You see, she's been quiet. She's getting dick down by Shane Mosley.
Can I ask you something?
She don't know shit about boxing.
What's the reason that you don't shut the fuck up? What do you want? What is it that you want?
Are you still here?
I'm about to leave in a few seconds. I'm about to leave. Okay?
What is it that you want? What is it you want at the end of the day?
Listen.
What you want?
I did what I had to do. Okay. Once in a while, I come through and break my dinner, and I did what I had to do. Nobody didn't want the shot against the body bag buck because when they did, they lost. Have a good day.
Lost what? You're talking about?
Enjoy the Crawford Canelo fight. I'll probably see you guys then. Okay. Be easy.
Okay, go suck a dick, bitch. Good night.
I scared him away.
Damn. I can't believe Body Bag Boss did that.
How do you guys know him again?
I'm disappointed in you, Body Bag Boss. I'm very disappointed.
Well, there's like just imagine, like for example, BDA showed up on this channel right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine, like BDA, like he would go back and forth with you, like you would have a feeling to like feel alive, like you have something to share, like to grow. I'm not saying like BDA, no, because nobody's an idol, but I'm saying as you're always like, even like a woman or I mean, it doesn't matter. Like constructive criticism, like what are we doing here, dude? Like he's just flapping his gums for like, what is your point that you're trying to prove? But at the end of the day, he tried to prove that he's like Mr. Something, but I'm not getting it. What is it that you're trying to tell me? You're not trying to tell me nothing, dude. It's not even interesting. Like,
exactly.
And I get it. He's a transsexual. I get it, respects. But like, he's not sharing his point of views to like his whole thing. Like the whole fucking, what is it? The GKBUIB2. Like he's a trans. But he's like, dude, like shut the fuck up, dude. Like if you're gonna represent for the trans, like I get it. He's a trans. But he's not like, he's just like, yeah, like fuck you. Like I like dick. I like girls. Like I'm bad. He's like, I don't know what he likes. I don't care. Like I'm saying, like just prove a point. Talk something. Because he's not even talking boxing. You know that dude is of like a fucking. That dude's a trans. That dude's a trans. This is a tranny dude.
Yes. He is trans.
He
He's
talks
all,
like that.
Wait.
Okay, well, stop talking about him now.
He's openly trans. He said it many times in the past. Body bag boss. It has to do. It's a deeper meaning about
Something
transsexuals.
big. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure,
anyway.
for sure.
Julio,
What?
stop.
What? Don't
stop. All right.
No. You stop. Don't you dare.
I haven't started.
Don't you dare
All right,
silence
just
his.
leave it
Don't silence his truth.
Leave it alone. God damn.
I've known
He's
the.
gone.
I've heard the body bag boss many times. The guy.
He came in kind of rational for a second,
Yeah.
then it just gradually fucking like went out of control. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what he
I
does.
didn't even, I stopped talking to him. Like,
He
I'm not doing this.
always does that.
Always done that.
He
That's
sucks
Julio.
you in,
It's the
and then
truth.
he turns into that. To get.
Always done that, dude. Always.
He does it on every panel he gets on.
His black genetics takes over from there, like the second half.
Man. He had to go there, get all racist over here. Come on.
Hey. No, you know, like who did that? Really, that I got that.
That's
I
really
already
offensive.
really wanted to get.
He
The
probably
really
don't
like
fight,
the one that I
though.
really
He
wanted
just
to have
likes-
deep with.
He just likes the idea of it.
He likes
Right,
wieners.
the one that's really my arch enemist,
Enemist. That's in
Frenemies?
that's in Assassin's Creed.
that I really wanted to get, like, for some fucking reason, dude. The Mexican Don, the truck driver.
Yeah.
Me and that fool, we don't
You talking
like
about
each
my
other.
buddy?
You can't find him.
No, not Coco the Don, dude. Not the Don, the truck driver.
You said the truck driver. Now you're saying that that's the wrong one. No,
No, I don't know. That's your buddy?
I think so.
Well, that fat motherfucker, because he's not a
He's
little
not
guy.
fat. Why do you think he's fat?
Well, he's fucking
Because his
that
chest is
motherfucker.
big. He's not a
big,
fat
but
guy.
No,
No.
but he's big, but he's still fat. He's big and fat.
He's
No, he's
muscular.
not.
He's muscular.
Don't you dare defend the
But he's not
Don.
fat.
He's like,
Yeah,
he's not
Veronica,
fat.
He's
So
only
it's
like your
he's
size.
fat. He's fat.
No.
Fuck that.
Veronica,
He's like, I don't give a
ask
shit.
him
He's
about
fat.
me. Ask him about
He
Gonzalo.
just he has a lot of water retention in his face, fool, and his neck.
Dude.
say
He's
Gonzalo, say what's
he's
up, bro.
big boned. That's all it
It's
is.
probably just a camera angle.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Here we go. See that now that's a what. You know what? You need women like this in your life. It's just a camera
You
angle.
do. It's not that
He's husky.
he is big bone.
He twists his
He's
ankle.
not.
He can't work out right now.
Exactly.
He's gonna get back in
He's
there.
6 feet tall, and I don't know how much he weighs though.
I don't think he's 6 feet
That
tall.
motherfucker's not 6 feet tall, dude.
No,
He's not
That's what he said.
he's
I'm
not. He
thinking.
doesn't look like it.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. What's up?
He has
That
sh-
I've been telling you guys
He's got
I'm
short
6'4",
limbs.
140 for like 8 years.
He's doing all right.
Ew.
That motherfucker's 5'10", dude.
Yep,
Especially,
that's right.
That's tiny.
no,
That's
because
huge. What are you
especially,
talking
You
about?
said
Wiry.
6'4", 140.
no.
6'4",
You don't-
140.
140.
Wiry as fuck. Yep.
Dude, especially if you're saying he's that big.
That's me.
Dudes that are
That's
that
my
big is not
size.
that tall. Yeah, like my
6'4",
brother.
140 is nasty.
My brother's 5'10", too, 5'10" and a quarter.
I'm
I'm an
6'1",
absolute-
around 240.
Oh,
Yeah,
shitty.
Al
I'm
Heyman
an
is
absolute beast.
Al Heyman's a big Mexican dude.
Really thick, dude, like Canelo.
Gonzalo's probably
You
like 5'7".
Yeah.
You
No,
can't even
I'm like
hit me.
no, I'm Canelo size, but I'm 5'9" and a quarter.
You're gonna get shorter, right? A little bit when you hunt
Yeah, like
over.
my dad. But my Filipina girlfriend, she's always tells me, Gonzalo, you're so tall.
I
Oh,
like to
how
think
tall
of
are they out
myself.
there?
Veronica,
I think of myself as a
Veronica, I
meaner
got a
version
pretty
of
girlfriend in
Fedora.
the Philippines. She loves me too. We're cool. She's
A
so nice.
girlfriend, like a friend, just a friend, right?
No, like ready to be my wife. The guys
Oh
know
my
me here.
goodness, wife number 3 or 4?
Number 3.
He needs as many as possible.
Yeah, well, dude, like
Don't
yeah.
cheat on her.
No, I cannot. No, that's absolutely
You better not.
no.
46 minutes ago. Damn, that incoming opinion just stopped streaming 46 minutes ago.
46 minutes. I'm 46.
No, but she
I
was
told you
live for
yesterday.
like hours and hours.
I'm 46 now. Remember, I'm 46 now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but tomorrow, next year, I'm 47 because
No shit.
Yeah, like that. Cool.
I thought you were gonna be like 45 next year.
Yes.
No,
exactly.
Dude.
That's messed up.
I can sleep. Let's say I sleep 10 hours a day, then like take care of myself, drink a lot of water. I could be like Don Bacardi, dude, like you gotta when you get older, if you have no choice, you gotta fucking embrace it, or it's like die
No,
and
you
like
don't.
nobody fucking
That's
knows
not what I
nothing.
do. I do
You
the
have to embrace
opposite.
it. If I
No,
die,
you don't.
nobody knows nothing anyway. So like, fuck.
Well,
Like,
that's my point. I do the opposite. Like I'm probably around the same age you are, and I completely reject it.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question? Quags and Gonzalo?
yeah, this turned weird all of a sudden for some weird in a different reason. But go ahead.
All right,
Primo.
never mind.
No, go ask. Not like that. It's just like something like made me feel like
sit
this
down.
is interesting. No, this is interesting. Go ahead. Help me. Ask Primo. What do you have to say? No, I really like. I'm interested in what you have to say.
Okay.
No, Pedro, I want to learn, dog. What do you have to say? Don't keep me like here. That girl just has something like, no, you gotta fucking tell me now, fool. Pedro, tell me now.
Have you guys been through a midlife crisis?
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, I'm going
Big
through it.
time.
Fucking yeah.
I did. I had a big. Mine was when I told you. I think I told you. Well, I didn't tell you guys about it. I think I told Sobers about it. I had mine when I had to stop when I knew I wasn't gonna like really fight anymore.
I think
it's like I was getting older. I had to like literally get a real job and do. I did not like that. What?
No, that's crazy way because honestly I'm 33, but I feel like I'm going through it right now, fool.
That's when I did it. I went through the same. I did it. I usually say men go through it in like their late 40s. I went through mine in my early 30s because it was the death of my athletic career.
You're 33, Pedro. Jesus Christ, when he died when he was 32. The prime of a human, like not boxing, but in a human is 32. Like the chart goes up in a peak, that's when you start like declining. I'm fucking 46. Like you're 33, dude. That's
18 forever, man. 18 forever.
If I could die, like I'm 46 right now, but if they say Gonzalo pick an age or like you're gonna be the best, I wouldn't say I would say maybe like 32 or 33. Like that's the best, dude.
Maybe.
Exactly for you're in your prime, fool. You're in your prime, dog.
Maybe for boxing, but like physically.
Not
for fighting. You're fighting for fighting.
All right, people. Gonzalo's having, I guess, some kind of a midlife crisis. He's in his 40s. I don't know if that's exactly midlife. It depends on if you live to 100 years old. But we got a little story here. We'll just look at this real quick. All right, this is The Last of Us Season 2 review bombing sends Rotten Tomatoes audience score spiraling to new low. All right, so what's happening right now is a lot of these companies are pretending that it's users coming in there and just lying in order to bring the ratings down of the show. In reality, the show is kind of garbage. I haven't watched it yet because I haven't completed the second Last of Us video game. I'm going to be playing that on the Real Food TV really soon. I've been setting up the capture card I have here in preparation for that, because a lot of times with this capture card, the audio is out of sync. This is one of the reasons I haven't been playing console games lately on the channel, but I think I might have it correct directed. I did a bunch of stuff with it today, and that video might be coming later this week, possibly even tomorrow. All right. So what's happening right now is that the show, from what I've seen some clips of it. I saw the first season. I thought it was kind of okay. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. I'm going to bring my audio up just slightly. Check. All right. So I watched the first season. I thought it was okay. But writing seems kind of poor, definitely poor in the second season. I saw a couple of clips of it. There was some scenes in there that actually put the second game to shame. The second game is notorious for poor writing. This TV show seems even worse than that. They have a scene in there, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it, where you see Ellie come out and she's all like, well, her girlfriend who's been impregnated by a man tells Ellie that she's pregnant, and then Ellie says, you know, she has this real like dramatic look on her face, but it's almost like a child in a way. And she says, "Oh, I'm going to be a dad." And it's pretty cringeworthy, really cringeworthy. I think they're being serious. It seems like when you look at the facial expressions and the expressions of it, it looks like the scene's supposed to be taken seriously. But there are a lot of people that are, it's a terrible scene, people. It's extremely poorly written, and the acting is terrible. So I've seen a lot of people on the internet making excuses for this, but then there's a large chunk of the greater audience that is really pointing this out for the very poor writing, right? And I knew this was going to happen after they killed off the Joel character, who I knew obviously from the first game that Joel gets killed, right? In the second one, I knew that because I've seen clips of the second game. I own it, but I haven't played it yet. But that was one of the biggest arguments when the game first came out, is that they killed off Joel. And so this audience who watched this show had no idea that this character was going to be killed off. One of the biggest issues with the show is that it doesn't have very likable characters. Joel, if anything, was the only sort of likable character in the show, and now Joel is gone, so it leaves a huge hole there in the show, so big that there really almost isn't even a show to speak of. The show is for sure on the decline. So what's happening is they're sending out all the little attack dogs. I've seen many articles like this talking about basically this typical kind of left, I guess you could say leftist, woke kind of culture thing, where they come out and they blame it on the audience because their writing is so damn poor. And the fact that this kind of, I guess, in a lot of ways, it's it's kind of in a lot of ways a gay show. It's become like a very gay show. You know, your lead on the show is a gay woman who I guess thinks she's a guy, because in this recent episode she came out and she said, well, she kind of came out, I guess, if you guys believe in that kind of thing, she came out as, I guess, a guy, right? She believes the character believes she's a man, because she said, oh, I'm going to be a dad, right? And she's obviously a woman, but she believes she's going to be a father. So that's like kind of another layer, I guess, to this show that a lot of people are kind of laughing at. And obviously the ratings are just tanking. So it's showing that most of their audience isn't a fan of this, of whatever's going on here. They think it's actually a comedy. I'm not even kidding. There's a lot of people that thought that line was written as a joke, that the character was making a joke, but actually that's not what it was. It just is a joke. The show's become a joke. We're going to be most likely we're going to be doing a review of the show soon, me and Bob, on a new show I'm creating. It's called Fu and Bob. I think right now the working title is Fu and Bob at the Movies. On that show, we're going to be doing reviews of films. It's different from the Fu Theater. The Fu Theater, we actually watch the films live. On this show, it's going to be movies that we watch, and then we review them. We're not going to show the movie. Obviously, we can't because of copyright reasons. But that's going to be a show we're going to be coming out with soon, in the not too distant future, and we're going to be probably reviewing this show, possibly the first and second season. All right, and we're going to go back to the panel, people. Let's listen to these guys. They're having midlife crises.
Like me, or I got tired of being married to this woman for 7 years that I want to divorce. I'm going to try to meet another woman, a younger woman, because I really am in the middle of this crisis. I'm going to buy a badass car. I moved to the fucking Philippines. I'm going to try to marry a woman that's much younger than me. That's what I'm going through.
Have
and I'm
you had like no, I know, but it was his question. He was saying, like, did you have any kind of midlife experiences in his mid-30s? I'm like, yeah, like, especially because I think right now things have changed. I think
no.
I think. Can I please talk?
Go ahead.
All right. I think a lot of things have changed in society and socially. I think a lot of things have been accelerated. I think men are having their midlife crises earlier, and I think that was it Alonzo that just said it, or whoever? I'm sorry, I wasn't really looking who posed the question, but I think what's the problem is that things that used to be more delayed are actually happening sooner. And it's because look at how inflation, it's the economy is not terribly steady. Inflation's rapidly rising. Nobody can afford to buy a home anymore. Like there's a lot of outside varying things that are affecting people. And it's just like, and then guess what? They're weighing in larger now. So guess what? Their effect is happening sooner. That's it.
Well, yeah, but in my opinion, in my opinion, evolution didn't catch up to me that quickly to where motherfuckers acting so soft that I'm gonna be that soft. No, I'm just saying.
I don't look at it as being soft.
But this is my reply. This is my feeling, dude. This is my feeling. The reason that I thought that I was having a middle age crisis, I'm 46 now, where I'm actually going through a middle age crisis, because this is when it's really supposed to be the crisis itself. Generally speaking, to like when people say you have a middle, because I'm in my mid 40s. Before I used to think that I had, because I'm kind of competitive, and I think that my cousin. Look, imagine, dude. I'm from Tijuana. Like I have cousins from San Diego and a lot of friends from Mexico. My cousin is like the batting coach for the Cincinnati Reds. And I was a San Diego.
Give 1 second. I gotta fix this shit. I don't know why that keeps doing that.
Like they do they do well for themselves. Like I come from a pretty good family. My cousins, it's all about keeping up with the Joneses. Dude,
well, you're doing yourself a big disservice. You're never gonna.
But what I'm doing, I was 29, 30. Is like, dude, I'm not gonna let these fuckers like beat me. And
they're already doing it though. You're not doing shit. Your only thing you're doing is getting upset and drinking your ass half to death.
No. I was talking when I was in my 20s. They didn't really beat me because I went to the military. I'm a combat veteran. I went to fucking war. They respect me.
All right. Okay, that's good. That's good. But like your problem is with you because you don't match up to them in a financial or monetary standpoint.
I'm not financially, dude. Dude,
you wouldn't have this conversation right now.
No, like financially, what are you talking about? Like money doesn't, and I'm not rich, but I'm making like close to $80,000. I'm making close to $80,000 like a fucking year, and I'm only maintenance.
Why isn't that good enough for you? Why did you try to compare yourself to your
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying.
You just did. I didn't bring that up.
You brought it up. You brought it up to me.
I didn't bring up your cousins. You brought that up. Or you brought up your family dynamic.
No. I brought my dynamic, but not. You tried to rub it in my face.
I'm just saying. Well, okay, I understand. Like people do.
No. But competitively, we're always going to compete with their foes, like with their cousins.
I get it.
It's only normal. I'm not competing. I'm not competing. I'm not competing per se. Usually compared to another man in your
No, but you don't even let anybody talk, man. Dude, all right, we're gonna play a game right now.
No, we're not playing a game.
For the love of God, just stop.
We're not playing. No, for the love of God, we're not playing.
We're gonna play a game right now. We're gonna go back and forth. Think about. Stop. You can't even let me talk.
You can, of course.
Okay, we're gonna play. Okay, we're gonna play a game right now. You think about what you want to say and use the least amount of words possible.
Okay.
All right. It's too okay. Well, no, back to whatever you want to formulate, and based off to what we're talking about, think about it.
Okay.
And then say it to me. It's too much rambling. We're going back and forth and waffling. Okay. It's too hard.
Okay. The little words as possible.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Please.
Not that I had a middle-age crisis, but just to relate to what Al Heyman is saying, in my 20s, I could have thought that I had a middle-age crisis, but it's not that I had it's just a competitive nature, that I wanted to achieve something for myself. And in hindsight right now, I did achieve. Not that I'm comparing.
Okay.
Now, if I compare now, when I'm in my 40s, I wasn't a loser after all. But my driving nature said I wanted to join the army when I was in my 20s. When I wanted to get out of the fucking slums and TJ. And I did.
everybody's lives are different. Some people have monetary achievements. Some people have pivotal achievements. Some people achieve power.
Little words. Remember, little words. I did something.
Not little words. I told you to use the least amount of words.
Okay. When I was in my 20s and push came to shove, when I was really fucking up, I pulled the trigger. And I did something for myself. Even people might think I'm a loser now. When I was in my 20s, I pulled the trigger.
I think this is your perception of yourself right now, man.
Well, yes, and I'm trying to use the few words as possible.
But you can't yell at people for thinking you think that.
Because maybe I'll say me the same. I have to do something more for myself. When people ridiculed me, when I wasn't you're not gonna be like me. You know what I did? I pulled the trigger. I went into the military and I went into the office and I say, can I join here? And I took the test and I pulled the trigger and I went to the army and they said, you're gonna fucking die. No, I went there and I pulled the trigger, dude. Okay, now in my fucking 40s, I'm about to pull the trigger. But am I a loser now? No, now I'm having a middle-age crisis. Do I have to achieve more? Because not just because I was successful in my 20s, when I thought that I couldn't, when I really thought that I had to struggle in my mind, I did it. And I'm not saying that I'm more successful than anybody else. I did it to myself. I appeased myself to now, Gonzalo, I can rest. But now that I'm in my real middle-age crisis, can I really rest? This is the real middle-age crisis because this is the end of my life. So what I'm trying to say to Al Heyman, that wasn't your real middle-age crisis. That's only telling yourself that you got to try harder because you're trying to achieve something in the prime of your life.
No, you guys go through the same life. No, it's not. You don't live the same life. He's going through different things. You are not.
Dude, I never fucking said that. I never said that we live the same life.
Why are you saying that he's going to have one later because you had one? How does that make any kind of fucking sense?
The fucking sense that, why? Because early 50s.
Okay, well, how about this? Did you have a middle-age crisis in your 30s?
How about you?
Did you have a middle-age crisis in your 30s?
I thought that I had one. That's when I said I had to do something about my life.
Well, that's what I had in mind, and I told you exactly why I had it because I had a major transition. I had to stop being a kid and really be a real adult and stop moonlighting.
But to your point, that's not the real middle-age crisis because middle age is in your 40s, early 50s. So
that's not true. Middle age is in between your lifespan. So middle age could be 60 for a lot of us. Middle age could be 40. It can be. Middle age could be 40 if you live 80.
Not 32, not 32, 33. He said he was 33.
64. Yeah, that's middle age.
No, you're mistaken. Now you're trying to you're not making sense, dude. You're not middle age when you're 30s. When you're in your 30s, you're in your fucking prime. When you're 32,
you can have midlife crises in that age because you're experiencing maybe things that are
well, you're experiencing, but that's not the real middle age crisis.
It is it's a mid age compared to being a young man. That's
okay. Whatever. I'm done. Okay, you can do whatever. I thought you were close to my age, dude. I'm done. I'm 46. I might be going through a middle-age crisis because I think that I'm going to really become 60 pretty soon.
Okay, that's fine, and you might very well might be.
When you're 30, you're not thinking that you're going to be 60. So that's not a real truth.
You're probably thinking you're going to be. Some people are. You're not.
Well, I am.
You're talking.
All right, people. Here's another story. This is Hot Takes. We got to go over some different topics. All right, so we're going to zoom in here for a second. All right, so Gears of War Remaster is also coming to PS5, and it's out this August for $40 or free for some longtime fans. All right, I own the Ultimate Edition, which was released on the Xbox One a few years ago. This is gonna most likely be a free upgrade, I assume. On the PC, I don't think I own the Ultimate Edition, but I've read these about this on the show before, but they haven't gone into exact details on how this is going to work. Gears of War Reloaded will be priced at $40, but as a token of our gratitude, sorry, I don't know why I said generosity, to longtime fans, you'll get it for free if you purchase a digital version of the previous remaster. I'm not a big fan of that, people, because it's saying it wants you to purchase a digital version All right, Ultimate Edition on Xbox or PC. If you've bought Ultimate Edition before today, May 5th, you'll get a code for Reloaded via direct message on Xbox. Reloaded promises 4K 60 frames or 60 FPS gameplay in campaign. The previous game, I don't think it was 60 frames in campaign on the Xbox One. I think it was actually 30 frames. It was 60 in the online. So it's saying that the gameplay in campaign or 120 frames per second in multiplayer alongside a host of other tech features, including audio options like 7.14.4 Dolby Atmos and 3D. It's got all that good stuff. The 3D audio and the VRR and all that shit. All is the fact that this is going to only apply to digital versions. I own the physical copy of this. Now, what am I getting, a penalty for owning a physical copy? That's some bullshit. But yeah, that's coming out not too far from now. Sorry, people. All right, so there it says digital. Hopefully they have a way for it to work through a physical copy. Not a fan of that at all. All right, let's go back to the panel. It's coming out August 26th. Okay. All right, let's listen to these guys still have their discussion about their midlife crises.
I'm not trying
to. Hey, thanks to both of you for, each one's input, or perspective on it. Both make sense to me, honestly. Both different points of view. But it's all good, bro. No se peleen, güey. It's all good, perro.
No, but I'm not trying to sound like a dirtbag because obviously people have different potentials. Like you can achieve a lot.
No, it's just like me, bro. Like, cause when I was just thinking, bro, I have a home, I have a family, right? I have a pension. I'm with the union. I'm not gonna say where I work at, but I work, in the engineering. I work in the engineering department. Wait,
can I get a job? Can you hire me, fool? If I put a resume in?
No, Simone, wait, DM me, fool. But it's like, I was just thinking, bro, like, hey, dog, do I really? Because we don't have a lot of time, fool, in our lives. ¿Sí me entiendes? So I was thinking, like, is this it? Like, is this what I'm gonna fucking do till I'm fucking till I'm able to retire? 25 years later. So like around maybe like 55, and then
you have responsibilities.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
okay.
then what?
All right, let me lay this out for you. I'll do this really easily. You have a family and you have kids to take care of.
Yes.
All right. Well, you fucked up then. You signed up. Your life doesn't matter now. You are literally on. Your ass has just become a forklift for them in a sense. You wanted to have a family. Well, guess what? They need everything provided for them.
No,
and you have to do it. That stupid job. But that stupid job you don't like, that just became your reality. And I'm not saying, hear me out too. I don't know. That little job only lasts 8, maybe 10 hours a day, depending on how much they have you working. I know what you do already. I bet I know what you do, I guess.
But Craig, what if he's resourceful and he invests
buildings and systems?
Yeah, but what if I think you're a pipe fitter. But anyway, my point is that
no way.
That's an interesting way to put a porn star.
I know, but so yeah, you engineer like never mind. Anyway,
so what is he, a porn star?
Yeah.
No, Julio. No, he does. Anyway, my point is like that's only 8 hours of your day, and I'll tell you another thing that that's very valuable. That's a different. Like the way like you'll like logistically like organize your life, if you can really understand that, and on top of that, putting your money to work for you and like making proper investments, you find a little bit of that weight come off your shoulders, I would suspect. So,
but basically, what he's saying, Quacks, and because I come up from a different side, like he's basically like, and this might sound like Dude, I don't mean to say it like that because I'm a fucking. You can say you call me whatever. What do I do? You call me a loser. I got all the time in the world. A lot of dudes nowadays, most everybody, they have to have a job. You have to go. You have to sleep. You have to go to work. You have to wake up. If you live in the border, you have to cross the border. So now you only have to eat your food and like have a little family time. Your day is fucking gone. When you're saying invest your time, I get it. The little free time you gotta invest it wisely, like to like have the greatest gains. Like for example, me myself, if I don't have to fucking work, I don't have to because like I'm fucking retired, right? So I got all the time in the world. But like what I mean is basically saying, yeah, I make a good living. I have a job. I'm putting food on the table. I'm getting used to bringing this to my family, like the resources and stuff. But like basically my schedule is full. If my schedule is full and I'm getting used to what I'm getting now, if I'm gonna do a lot better, like yeah, I can certainly make it happen. But basically, the way my life is living, sleep, work, sleep, save money, spend on the family, save money to buy something, like every now, like to planification to where like I'm saving to buy something, to like become more successful and to give my family what they deserve and what I want to like happy to the where my to like where I'm not having that middle age crisis to where I'm saying is this what life gives me in the end of the day to where like I feel fulfilled as a man. No, I'm saying he probably thinks that I could do a lot more and life is bigger than this. Even life is he got so used to like being the breadwinner that he's doing so good that he wants to do more. It doesn't mean that he's old.
Yes.
Like,
Okay, Gonzalo, that's what it is. I want more for.
That,
Like,
that
get it my way. I want to make more money way than what I make good money, but I want more money way.
But compared to regular Americans, you're doing better than they are, or just equally.
Who cares about that? Okay, let's stop. Okay,
no,
that's actually
but life is not easy for everybody. Imagine that fucking illegal. They cannot have the American dream.
I know, but don't. Okay, that's not. Don't put yourself in the paradigm what other people don't have. You need to get what you need to get.
I'm not necessarily comparing. All that I'm saying that you can get more, but it's not always going to be easy to get that much more because it's hard to cross that threshold. When you already got what you got, to get that much more, it's not going to be that easy. You can get it, but
money doesn't work anymore. It's all about investing, seeing good opportunities, and then when they come your way, you have to strike. That's the only way it's going to work at this point.
Yeah, you need assets, dude.
Well, yeah, but you need to have. You need to be patient. What? Go ahead.
No, but I get it. But like, look, when you're talking all that, it doesn't necessarily have to be.
Bro. This is good talk.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be about money either. Like, I have to be the richest guy in the world to be happy.
Okay, well, let's ask him first.
No, because you said, let me put myself through college. A lot of people will go through college and that doesn't mean shit. It's like a fucking waste of time.
Dude, it can be, especially if you do the wrong thing.
Especially if your time is tight. And then I'm gonna then maybe you do go to college and maybe you meet another fucking girl and you're not paying attention to their wife. And then all of a sudden, like, shit doesn't turn out good with your family because you're not spending time with your girl. That because you decided to go to college and it's that job is not gonna pay off. Dude, I'm just saying, like, what are you gonna do in your life that makes you? It's not always about money.
But that's not. But hang on for a second. What would you say your biggest barrier right now is, and like, what gave you the anxiety you think you're having in midlife crisis? I'll bet you dollars to donuts. If you had enough money, you probably wouldn't have felt. I feel like most people's anxiety, 90% of the time, goes to money. 10% of the time is probably 10% of the time is probably love.
It's a little bit mix of everything, Quacks, but the biggest one is the time. Because we don't get time back. That's the only thing we can't buy. ¿Sí me entiendes?
Yeah, because he said middle age crisis. He didn't say I want to be the richest guy in the world. But maybe he don't know he's feeling some type of way. Middle age crisis. My life experience, I wasn't happy in my marriage. I don't know what he's going through. I'm not saying because he's always gonna have his job. But I don't know.
You know,
I don't know.
I kind of came into a conclusion that, like, you know, we gotta be realistic, bro. And reality is that tomorrow is never promised. ¿Sí me entiendes? So we can have like big plans. We could start up a Fortune 500 company, but in reality, bro, like we could go any second of the day. ¿Sí me entiendes? Like, boom, one day you're here, the other you're gone. So what I came into conclusion is that basically just be thankful you woke up and just go on about your day, fool. Like, to keep it 100, fool, and like enjoy it as much as you can, way. ¿Sí me entiendes? Like, whatever you do, fucking just do it with a smile, way, and be thankful, dog, because tomorrow's not promised, way.
Life's not fair.
Yeah,
like,
but I will say,
you're not supposed to live. You're not supposed to live thinking that.
I don't think that's a middle-age crisis, because when you really have a middle-age crisis, you will know it. Not because it's got much easier.
All right, so these guys are still talking about their middle-age crises, but you know what we're doing? We're moving on. We're kind of, we're jumping around different subjects. It's a different format, people. Obviously, you're watching Hot Takes. Remember to subscribe. This is, we're having a little debate here. These guys talking about middle-life crises. Jumping around a little bit. I think it's an interesting conversation, but got some interesting news here. Anybody that's into GTA 4, it looks like they might be making a remake. A GTA 4 remaster may be in the works. Now, they say maybe, but I think most likely it's true that it's probably going to be coming out, obviously, before GTA 6. It's kind of a no-brainer. I don't think the engines are very different. They might actually be the same engine. I forget the name of the engine they made GTA 4 on. But I think Part 5 was simply a evolved version of that engine. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard. What you do is you just add new textures. You add the new textures. You add their ray tracing technology, these different new streaming technologies. It's not going to be that hard. You just go in there and you start changing the assets. Now, obviously, it's going to spread across the world. You put like, for example, you put like a new brick texture or a new brick shader, and then it just adds that shader, and then it adds the water kind of effect to it if it's wet, or lighting, the new lighting. Maybe even you put in some new facial animations, but I doubt they would do that because I don't really think it needs it. I think GTA for the most part did actually a really good job with their facial animation. But yeah, I think I would kind of welcome a GTA 4 remake. I mean, they're saying remaster, which makes me think it'll probably just be sort of similar to the recently released GTA remasters. I think it was part 1, 2, and 3. Actually, it wasn't 1. 1 and 2 was never re-released, as far as I know. It actually was GTA 3, GTA San Andreas, right, and GTA. What's the other one called? I forgot what it's called. The one that's like Miami Vice. It's the second game in that 3-part series that was on the PS2. It was on a bunch of other systems, but it really got famous on the PlayStation 2 hardware. Let me think. So it was GTA 3, which was set in like in New York City. Then the next one came out. It was called GTA Vice City. Yeah, so Vice City and San Andreas. They're going to probably do something similar to that. They're going to do something like that, most likely. I mean, look, they just put out a remaster or a release of it on the, I think it came out on the PS5 and the PC. It was basically Red Dead Redemption. They put that out, the first one. That's come out. And that was locked into the old generation hardware, 360 and PS3 for many years. It came to the Xbox Series consoles through backwards compatibility, and it looked amazing. It was also on the Xbox One, Xbox One X, and the Xbox One. Looked amazing on there. 4K, HDR, all that stuff. I think was going on with that. Cool stuff. But now they're most likely doing it to GTA 4. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Hopefully on the PC, they just give you the upgrade for free. I mean, look, we already got the hardware. It's a no-brainer. Just don't put it out for fucking $80. That's too much money. I'm okay with it, but that might be put out till GTA 6 comes out. They're going to put that out just to get people, wet their whistle. No Diddy. All right, let's get back to the panel.
See you as a loser. You know what I mean? I think sometimes, like, and I had this happen to me. You just haven't achieved as much as you want, so you're kind of like, why in the fuck aren't you up here? It's like almost you putting the weight on yourself because you expected more. And
Well,
that's
for my
perfectly
personal,
fine as well.
I just want to say, for my personal,
But you have to understand what the difference is.
Well, yeah, but I'm not here like making a sub story. I could care
I'm not
less.
saying you are. I'm
No,
just
no,
trying
no,
to.
no.
I'm trying to
No,
help
but
you like work through this a little bit.
Introspectively speaking, like when I criticize myself, when we're talking about when a human being when we're talking about how a human determines, am I having a crisis or am I having? Some people can go without not having a crisis at all. I mean, I guess some people can go living a whole life where they don't even go through the fucking middle-age crisis.
Who do you think usually
I'm saying
does
if you're
that?
gonna criticize yourself, you're gonna have to be your worst critic at some point.
There's two
And
people
if I
that
put my
usually go
business out
through
there,
that.
well,
But there's
maybe
two
I am,
people-
maybe I'm not, but I'm not sure I'm the
Not
first.
you. No, not you. I said there's two people that usually go through not having any kind of crises in their life. There's
What I'm
people that
basically
have,
saying, what I'm basically saying, I'm not the first and the last guy that's gonna do that. That's why when they say middle-age crisis, it's kind of like
all around to you.
when people talk about middle-age crisis, it's like a common thing that is not related to me. It's kind of like related to the whole world, to the whole system of human beings. I'm not saying that everybody's got experience it,
potentially,
but if
somebody
I
goes
have
through
something to
that.
relate and share, in my opinion, that I can kind of say, am I kind of going through that? Well, like, can I say something that I might be experiencing something because I'm fucking getting old? I'm just saying that's my opinion. I'm not saying that I'm the fucking, I'm like the poster child for fucking middle-aged crisis. I'm not that guy, no. But if I have to like get a little sensitive about it, to where I'm experiencing something, this is what I have to share.
Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're getting at, but we're comparing two different things, and you're at two different stages of your lives, dealing with two different.
Yeah,
problems.
yeah, because I've been in many stages, dude. Look, I've been I could warp speed through many stages, fool. I've been tortured by that. I've been tortured.
Okay, maybe. Hey, how about this? Don't do that.
Listen,
Don't
listen.
warp
Look, I was
speed.
young.
Maybe,
I was young.
Maybe.
I had a hard
hang on
life.
for a
I've been
second.
tortured. I've been tortured by the Mexican police. I've been blown up in the United States Army. I should have been
you
dead
haven't
already.
been blown up by the army. You got blown up by the goddamn by whoever you were fighting out there.
Well, that's basically what I mean. But I was working for the United States Army. But by 3 days, we won 5 rounds in the 3rd Infantry Division in Iraq in 2005-2006 on September 24, 2005. Okay. Anyways, that's my life story. And a lot of shit happened after that to where, like, you know, people go through experiences. My life experience is shaped to where it didn't kill me, but I'm still alive to where it's saying that's what I went through. Some people can go through the same experience or similar that they can overcome it and not damage. Or people, like, you have a job to where they're working hard, like, and they're not happy with their, because that's just a work, that's like a work. But in personal relations, I've also failed, dude. And spiritually, like, dude, life's a...
It's true. He has failed. He's got issues, people. They're still going on talking about their dramas in the world, and that's okay. That's okay. But before we get back to the panel, this is a live panel, just so you guys know. You're watching Hot Takes. This is where we throw down all kinds of different topics. This is a different format for today. It's similar to the expert panel that I do. We do a show called Expert Panel. We're going to go back to that along with our regularly scheduled programming, regularly scheduled, not so regularly scheduled programming with me and Bob. We got some new episodes coming up of the Food Theater, along with a new episode of Duping Delight. We're going to be talking about Woody Allen and his case, his sexual misconduct. I guess that's kind of a light way to put it. That's going to be coming out soon. Okay. Or I'd say alleged, right? But I think he probably did it. All right, so right here we got a little story about Shakur Stevenson Shakur Stevenson's up and coming fight. It says no more running, ? Shakur Stevenson faces the relentless pressure of Zepeda in a career defining bout. I agree with this writer. I think this really is career defining, right? This is gonna for sure define where he goes next. Zepeda, if he beats this guy, it's a big deal. And if Shakur wins, I mean that's Zepeda is kind of in a lot of ways built to beat him. The fight is going to take place July 12th. Okay. All right. It looks, well, yes, it's going to happen on July 12th. Okay. No. What is this? What did he write there? I don't even know what the hell this guy wrote on there. What is that? An LGH? Anyway, we got a couple more little pieces of information here. Let's listen to the panel. I'll be bringing
a fucking card. Every person that lived in this world, every person that lived in this world is a good example for something. We're not all the same. Whether it's my example for the best or for the worst, we're all different. It's my example. Not because I'm looking for pity. I'm not looking for fucking pity, dude.
Nobody said that. Nobody said.
I don't need nothing from nobody, dude. I don't need nothing from nobody, dude. I don't need your sympathy, dude.
Nobody's giving you any. This fucking nuts.
You think I need your fucking sympathy? I'm fucking retired, fool.
Dude, you are literally sounding psychotic right now. Nobody said any.
I'm just talking about my life experience.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. This fool, like, I think cognitively.
Hey, wait, hold on.
You're missing
a piece of the real quick. Either way.
No.
Like,
no, you are, dude.
Let's look at this perspective.
You're bright as fuck. You're smart as fuck.
Hey, Gone.
But you think that I'm looking for sympathy? I'm not, dude.
I don't.
Hey, Gone.
But you think that I'm looking for sympathy? I'm not, dude.
I don't. I never said that to you. Nobody ever said that to you. This is fucking crazy. You know what? You cannot have. You know, I didn't want to do this, but you need to shut up.
I'm not looking for your approval. I'm not looking for your approval. I'm just looking for your sympathy.
This is fucking crazy. You know what's? You know what? This is how I know you are, because nobody said anything like that. And you come in here and you offer things up. I'm not looking for this. Nobody said that. Nobody asked you to step up for it. But you clearly came in here for looking for that. What the fuck's wrong with you?
No,
you're clearly shut up.
No,
you dragged me through it. No, I'm not. No.
I'm looking to share my life.
I don't want to listen to you anymore. You're too exhausting. You're too exhausting. No, you're not listening.
You're trying to teach me to school. You're trying to take me to school right now, dude.
I'm not trying to take you to anything. You're being absolutely irrational. Nobody said any. All the shit you just said, nobody said to you. You brought that into the conversation because that's how you feel about yourself. Nobody's going to be able to help you. You understand that?
I'm not asking for help.
You have a problem with you? Then why did you bring it up and why are you here?
Because I'm trying to relate to what the other brother's sharing.
But you won't let him do it. But you won't let him do it. I tried to explain that to you. His problem is completely different. But we had to go back into how you feel. And this is what we've been for the past 30 minutes, right?
You're missing a piece of the puzzle that you're trying to use me as an example.
I'm not trying to use you for anything.
Then stop talking about me. I'm sure
nobody's talking about you. You've been making this about you the whole time.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
How so?
All right, people. These people are having an argument right now. We're going to read this little bit here. And actually, I was right. It is happening on July 12th. I just didn't understand what the hell this says here. It says, but LGH. I don't think that's a word. It says July 12th, the day press conference coming soon. I'm on that. I'm the best fighter in the world, still undefeated for that reason. Let's go. Shakur writing, it's like broken English to me. All right, so there's some information here. We'll read some of this. It says, if he's stationary against the Mexican slugger, he'll get chopped apart like many of his past opponents. Running will result in the fans booing Shakur out of the venue, hurting his marketability even more than it already is. It's a fight in which Stevenson has little chance of looking good. He either stands and fights and gets knocked out, or he runs around the ring all night like he did against Edwin De Los Santos. Getting booed again could permanently affect Shakur's marketability. He hasn't worn out his welcome with Turki Al-Sheikh, or Ali, however you say his name, yet, but it could happen quickly if he turns in another dud. Counting on Turkey. Shakur is counting on Turkey getting him in the Gervonta Davis fight next if he's victorious against Zepeda, but that might not happen if he backs up all night and doesn't engage. His defensive approach to fighting, that's a funny way to put it. It's not fighting. It really is defensive first. Really, the guy is almost 100% defense. He barely has any punching power, just runs around the ring and hits you with little taps. He doesn't even try to load up, and his hands are kind of brittle. Got some brittle hands there. It's not a good thing, people, especially with a fighter like Zepeda. You're going to have some pop. I predict Shakur is going to be throwing a lot of low blows in that one in order to keep that guy off. It's going to have to hit him with body shots, belly shots, you know. The guy's kind of he's slightly struggling with Padley. You know, Padley's kind of low-level fighter. His defensive approach to fighting isn't it isn't appreciated by fans in this modern era of boxing. Yes, people, we're heading into the post-Floyd era. The truth is starting to now come out. That veneer is coming off. The fans truly did never like the way that guy fights. They're just full of shit, and they got brainwashed by the boxing media, who were most likely paid. Not most likely, they were for sure paid off by the promotion company and the networks. All right, so it says fans in this modern era of boxing. It says, if Stevenson were back in the Mayweather era many years ago, fans would put up with watching his fights. Look, this guy's literally saying what I've been saying. The standards have changed. I've been saying this for video after video after video. People don't want Floyd Mayweather anymore. There was a window there. The guy had the perfect marketing, but it's done. No one gives a fuck about your O anymore. They care about you taking real fights against fighters while they're in their prime, dangerous opponents. This is what Floyd never did. He fought everybody at the end of their careers, just like Crawford does. The only difference is that Crawford brings a little more action, so they overlook the fact that he's cherry picking these guys. They think he's not. They truly think he's better than what he is. That's what it is. All right, so that's coming up July 12th. That card is going to have Berlanga, and it looks like it's going to take place. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna just to make this official. I want to get the proper information. Let's listen to the panel. We'll come back to this in a second.
At the end of the day, bro, honestly, look, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I was born here, and I'm an anchor baby, and I'm thankful, bro, that I wasn't born somewhere else like fucking North Korea or Cuba or fucking India,
When you keep your attitude up, we'll ship you out there.
It could have been worse. It could have been worse, dude.
Yeah, I know. Dude, you know what? I like the idea that I tell myself that like when I go to work sometimes, because like my job sucks a lot of times. I'm a high voltage electrician. Like sometimes I might just like, why am I doing this? I could be doing other things that don't have to like get me hurt. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, it's like, you do okay. It could be way worse than this. There's 100%. Much. You just have to like.
Can I say something to dude? I never meant to disrespect you. Like, and I love you like as a homeboy, like as a friend. I respect you so much. It's just it's not like that. To El Heyman, like, maybe I just sharing my little opinions. If it got taken the wrong way, it's not because I'm trying to grow up. I'm just trying to share something of my life experience. And I'm frustrated myself, man. I'm frustrated because I'm going through a lot of shit.
I think everybody's frustrated. You're not alone. The economy's shit. Inflation's high as fuck. How about this? Amazon just laid off 100,000 people. So think about that in the metric of like what's going on in society right now. People are like,
quacks. I'm going through PTSD in my mind. What that shit is ruminating. No, I do need therapy. I didn't want to get in therapy session and make it. Maybe I did come out like that, but it's not. I'm not trying to help the guy
there's
out.
Like I'm wrong with talking to people, though. But the problem is,
I'm just trying to put it. I'm trying to put the air out to the ether, dude. Like this is fucking like the best that I can do.
You can't have that. Your life isn't that. Dude. Listen to me, and I'm telling you this as a friend.
Why not, dude?
Okay.
All right, so it looks like these guys are forgiving each other. That's some great news, right? All right, we're going to change up the music a little bit. I got some music over here that's repeating for too long. We got to put some serious music on here, people, while we go through these articles. You know how it is. We're pushing this to the limit, people. We're pushing it to the limit. All right, so I got a little article here. It comes from Boxing Scene. It says, Hamza Shiraz, Edgar Berlanga, Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda, set for July 12th. All right, we're going to look for the location because I'm hearing all kinds of different stories about where this is going to take place. What's interesting is that this is Zepeda's 30. This is going to be Zepeda just had his 33rd fight, so he's about to go into his, I guess, transformational moment, right? You got Shakur Stevenson, his 23rd fight he just had. Interesting numbers there if you guys are into numerology. All right, you could go look into those numbers. All right, I'm looking into where the hell this fight's happening. I read something earlier that said it was going to take place in possibly at Madison Square Garden. 1 second, I'm looking around for where the heck it says that. All of the card's top 4 fights fought in the first quarter of 20. Well, okay, sorry, people. I'm looking for this. I saw earlier that it might be taking place in MSG. All right, and just looking for that bit. It might actually be taking place. I've also heard them say that it might take place in New Jersey, which I find very disgusting. It's a perfect setup for a robbery win for Shakur. All right, so it's officially headlining the show on a fight night. England's Hamza Shiraz will move up in weight to face Brooklyn. Oh, this is about Berlanga. I didn't know Berlanga was from Brooklyn. I thought he was just from New York. I'm from Brooklyn, people, if you don't know. All right, so I'm going to let these guys talk. I'm going to look for some of this information. There's all kinds of reports about where this fight is going to take place. But one of the things I heard is that it might take place in New Jersey. Not a fan of that at all, because that favors Shakur 100%, and that's not right.
That I had the answers. I'm just saying I'm throwing the shit that I went through.
I mean, look, people, this guy over here, Zepeda, he's bringing the action, and you're going to shit on him like that, turkey on the chicken? You're going to give this guy the fucking home advantage, even though he brought you a fucking stinker and wants these giant paydays for bullshit fights, for running around like a little bum? Why would you do that? You bring him to a place where it's balanced and the scoring is done correctly. You don't bring him to New Jersey. You're not helping boxing by doing that.
If medically or race-wise, I'm American. I can relate to you, Cracks. I can relate. Me and I, even by relating you and me might relate in other ways. But I'm not saying that I'm trying to like say something for this is I'm looking for therapy. I'm just dropping my bad experiences. Not because I'm throwing that. I already know the answer to a lot of that shit. I'm still ruminating in my mind as I'm 46. You think my mind has stopped, dude? You think that I'm stopping to look the answers? That I'm asking you guys because I need help? Dude, my mind is deep, dude.
I think everybody does. Here all the time for random shit. You know Alan, right? I ask Alan shit. You know Alan, right? I ask Alan like weird and recognized too, because they're 10 years older than me. I ask them weird shit. I'm recognized too, because they're 10 years older than me. I ask them weird shit all the time because like, oh wow, they probably maybe understand this maybe a little bit. Like, oh wow, they probably maybe understand this maybe a little bit better. Yeah, I do. I ask people on here like random shit like that. Yeah, I do. I ask people on here like random shit like that all the time. But I'll tell you this much. I think I get where you're coming from. I don't think it wasn't about the crux of conversation was the crux of conversation was if you ever had like a
all right, people, I found a article.
If you ever had like a
all right, people, I found a article that's actually was released 14 hours ago. This comes from some website called KO. I think it says on SI. I have no idea what that means. It says Ring Magazine announces historic venue for Berlanga versus Shiraz and Stevenson versus Zepeda. Edgar Berlanga versus Shiraz. Hamza Shiraz will take place in a venue that's a first in boxing history. I don't know, that's worded weird. It's a venue that I guess never had a boxing fight. Ring Magazine announced today that the July 12th card featuring Edgar Berlanga versus Hamza Shiraz and Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda will take place at the Louis Armstrong Stadium in Queens, New York. This will be the first time a boxing event will be hosted at the historic venue. Or, yes. All right, so it's going to happen in Queens. There you go. That's cool. Maybe I'll go watch it. Maybe. But, I mean, it's got Shakur in it, so I probably shouldn't.
And all San Diego. All the schools in San Diego.
What subject? What subject was your speech about? Or
Charles Lindbergh.
Charles Lindbergh. Give us a little background on Charles Lindbergh, who he was. Who?
Charles Lindbergh, imagine you can fly, because I used to go to the Bible study with Jehovah's Witness, bilingual in Mexico. Then the pastor and the church, he you don't call him pastor in Jehovah's Witness. But anyway, just to relate, I used to do speeches in Spanish in the congregation when I couldn't really learn how to speak English that well, but I won. Then they got all fucked up because I was living in TJ and crossing the border. Then all of a sudden drugs got rampant and shit got all fucked up. But eventually I joined the army, after being rehab. Anyways, human beings, we got potential. It's not that I'm crying that I cannot succeed, that I'm less than anybody else, or that I did not do anybody in my life, or that people are. I'm not saying people are not. Dude, I understand other people's potential, dude. I can respect when I hear other people talk like you, Quacks, Rahim. Dude, you guys, dude, I'm humble, dude. I cannot say I'm so humble because when you raise your hand, I'm saying I'm humble. You're already taking pride. What I'm basically saying, dude, I'm not trying to look for. I'm just throwing my fucking experiences out to the ether. Maybe what you guys, somebody can pick up something from my stories. That's why I love boxing, dude.
Hey, Gons, not to cut you off, Pedro, but I believe in that, bro. I believe everybody in here has potential to do anything they desire. Porque mira, wey, one person in here, bro, in my opinion, that has a lot of potential, right? Is FU.
Yeah. You're an engineer, dude. Julio. Your mind is always turning.
Julio, wait. Okay. FUTV.
Oh, yeah. Super.
No, I'm serious.
Thanks for that. I appreciate that.
No,
I don't know why you did that.
I told Julio this.
Why you gassing him up, man?
Shut up, Julio.
No. Wait, calm down. Don't tell me to shut up. Don't be rude like that.
Can I say something?
Don't be fucking rude.
You know what he has potential in? You know what he has potential in?
Here it comes.
Having a successful podcast, fool. He's a good.
He has a good dynamic. You know his best.
I'm never gonna leave you guys hanging if I say something, I'm gonna be a piece of shit on my clock out. I'm gonna bitch out, dude.
Pretty good. I'm pretty good by myself. Don't say that. That's effed up. That's an opinion. That's an opinion.
I don't know. You're kind of shit by yourself.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
She's your better half.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you know, but it's hard to do this when you're managing tons of stuff and talking at the same time. It's not that easy.
I think you know what? With how you organize crap, I've seen that you have all your crap up on your screen.
Yeah. Okay. Look at this guy here. What a hater.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, you're terrible.
No, well, let me say something. Look.
Quags he's a damn hater over here. You're terrible. It's what the hell? What a son of a bitch. Son of a beep. He in the comments says, is Thunderdome coming back? I don't know, man. Hopefully. I mean, he always has some hiatuses. He comes back. That's what he does. I think Thunderdome might actually have some legal issues, from what I heard. Don't listen to Quags. He's full of crap. You're not as good without Bob. You guys, shut up. Yes, Bob is amazing, but people... I created all this stuff. Come on. All right. Manos in the comments says, hope y'all having a good time. Yeah, man, we're having a decent time. Look at this guy talking trash. What the F? Let's let Quags make his own page. I'm going to tell him that right now.
Right in your mind. I'm not saying that something's wrong, but something's bothering you. That as a human being, you're trying to excel. That what the fuck, fool? That it has to mean something, dude. I'm not here just to fucking ramble, fool. And I get it. Quacks is pissed off, and and I
I'm not
maybe
mad,
like stop
dude.
talking
Like,
a little
come
too
on now.
much.
I'm not mad. I just like.
But to Alheimer's point,
Wait.
this means
Quack's
something,
Quack's an
when
asshole.
it means like a middle-age crisis, and maybe I took it too personally. Dude, it's fucking real because my brain does never stop working.
He's over here talking shit.
But when you're trying to like cross over, when you're like, okay, how can I get my brain to stop to learn something to where I'm trying to get peace of mind to where I can kind of be okay with myself? Right.
All right, people, this guy's talking. We're going to go into another little article we got over here. We got Holly Holm has now joined MVP Promotions. This fight is going to be on the Jake Paul versus... Oh, wait. All right, we got some audio playing here. Sorry about that. We got something else playing. All right, 1 second, please. Got some horrors in this house. Former UFC champion Holly Holm returns to boxing under Jake Paul promotion. All right, so she's going to be boxing real soon, people. It's part of that trash MVP Promotions. All right, she's going to be fighting a fighter called Yolanda Vega. Anybody know who that is? I don't know if I've ever seen her fight before. I might have. Holly Holm coming back to boxing. What do you guys think about that Chavez Paul fight? You think that shit's going to be real? I have a sneaking suspicion that shit's going to be extremely fake. This guy's just going to take a dive. So I can't stand that guy. I feel like, I mean, I was okay with it originally. I thought, you know, maybe this guy's going to bring some eyeballs to boxing, but really he's just making the sport into a damn joke. I mean, they should not allow this man to fight in boxing at all. Maybe they'll let him have some little clown fights where he wears these big, giant, fat gloves, right? But I don't think it's right for this guy to come into the sport and just shit all over it like that. He's going to come over here and fight Chavez Jr. Most likely, like I said, it's going to be, you know? I mean, I would be okay maybe. You know that a few years ago, Kovalev called this guy out. He says, I'll fight you. And Jake was like, fuck no. You're going to knock me the fuck out with the first punch of the fight. I'm not fighting you. So now he's fighting washed up Chavez Jr., who was never a really great fighter. But I'd actually probably more be looking forward to Holly Holm on that card. She's coming back to boxing to end out her career. All right. So there you go. There's some news. All right, let's get back to the panel for Quacks to talk some more shit about the most amazing channel known to man, people. This is The Real Food TV. Subscribe if you're new over here, guys. All right, anybody new in here comes in here later and watches this, you're watching Hot Takes. All right, this is the live panel edition.
Not true, but let me say something. For you dumb motherfuckers, you YouTube, if you're really the man and they put him on the same card, fight Zurdo Ramirez. He's a fucking cruiserweight. He's a cruiserweight. He's your same size. And he's probably not the best, but he's got a belt to where he's the best. And if you're saying you're a baddest dude and you're young, face fucking Zurdo Ramirez, and you will not leave any stone unturned, because you're trying to make money off. I can beat old guys. I can beat guys that are way less than me. You say that you're about that, okay? Beat Julio Cesar Chavez, but then fight a guy like Zurdo Ramirez, who's probably not the best of all time, but he's got the strap and he's your own size, and man for man. Age for age, power for power. Dude, can you beat that guy? That's basically it, dude.
Wait, are you guys talking about Jake Paul?
Jake Paul versus Zurdo Ramirez.
Really?
If you're that badass dude, if you're calling the whole world on the microphone, I
don't think he'll fight him.
Dude, Jake Paul. I was actually just talking about that.
Ramirez. Because he's your age.
Yes.
You say you're bad, face that dude, then talk some shit. That's simple.
Oh yeah. I feel like I'm at the point right now with Jake Paul where I feel like they shouldn't even allow him to fight in a professional fight, because those fights are fixed. They're fixed.
Remember,
fights.
He lost against Tommy Fury. You think
he did? He clearly lost. He clearly lost. Yeah.
So everything in between is just a fairy tale. That's all I'm saying.
And Tommy Fury ain't anything great.
I'm gonna quit.
He's like a C-level fighter.
Oh, he's low level. I wouldn't even call him B. I call him like
C minus.
Yeah, like C minus. You know, with some potential if he really pushes.
I think
but
D level.
His career is progressing so slowly. I mean, how old is he now?
Oh,
Tommy Fury.
Who cares?
He might be like mid mid-20s.
Yeah, I mean, it's just moving along too slow.
Late 20s.
I feel like.
Yeah, but he's a bum though. He ain't gonna fight anybody. Can you imagine he had to fight a real cruiserweight? They'd kill him.
That's little macho Camacho, man. You can't say that. All right, big macho Camacho. I'm kidding. That dude got some orangutan arms, doesn't he? How long is that guy's arms? Like, he looks freaky.
Yeah, he looks like Sonny Liston.
Yeah, he got like freaky arms.
Like a 90-inch reach.
Maybe it's the torso. It's like his torso is really short, like Tyson Fury. Maybe that's what after the Usyk fight.
Well, if he loses,
maybe his hope is that they rob Usyk and then he fights Dubois.
He'd be better off trying to get like the Parker fight or something like this. Isn't Parker one of those assholes? Like, didn't the IBF strip him, or so one of those dickheads have actually that title right now? Maybe that's what he's thinking.
I mean, Parker could be a possible opponent, but I think he wants that big money fight, and that really is. Dubois would be
maybe he's
or
the best way.
The obvious one is AJ.
That is to have a. I know, but the best way to get that money fight is to show up with some hardware, you know.
Yeah, but I think the obvious fight is the AJ fight. That's it. Because who's AJ fighting?
Or Fury. Yeah, you're probably right. I forgot about that. I forgot he was.
I mean, look. I have a podcast, bro. Obviously, yeah.
I know, you're so smart.
You may not like the podcast, but it is pretty amazing. Yeah.
Like your podcast, you do okay.
I do amazing. You should give it a try. I was just playing a Oscar De La Hoya song, one that most people love. Do you love that song?
No, you fucking guys are really creeping me out.
Like, why?
What is it?
What?
It's true.
It's true, man. It's fucking true. Tyson Fury's coming back in a big way. You Dosa!
No. You guys are like really fucking assholes. Like,
yeah, it's true. Yes. I mean, you're a bigger asshole, that's for sure.
For sure.
You're saying you're not an asshole. Have you gotten into any scooter accidents lately? Are you doing all right tonight?
Well, I'm gonna go to the store to buy another fucking beer.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
Please do not do that.
Don't.
You made me do that quick.
Do not do that.
You made me do that quick.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna go to the store.
That's a fucked up. See, that's what they call a fucked up paradigm. Like, I cannot make you do anything.
Yeah, you are correct. I'm gonna go to the store and I'm running to get a DUI.
No.
Don't do that.
But if I do, that's your fault.
Whose fault?
Okay, we'll see if I pay. We'll see if I pay for it.
Well, whose fault is that? That's not my fault.
I'm not asking you to pay for it.
I know, but that's the whole point of it. If it were to be my fault, I'd be liable for it, Gonzalo.
No, but I'm gonna blame you.
You're just the only person. The only person that's gonna harm is you. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say I told you, Quags. Like,
what'd you tell him?
Damn.
Come on, Gonzalo's right here. I'm Snake over here. I'm trying to save you, bro.
Why do you want Gonzalo to fail?
I don't want him to fail. I told him to stay inside. You don't need to go do that.
I'm gonna show you guys this. I'm watching this.
Yeah, what is he gonna do? Flip a scooter again?
Yeah. Let's not. Don't talk about that. He's an ongoing case right now. We're trying to help Gonzalo out right now.
Bro.
Wait, let me.
DUI. They'll probably give you like a biking under the influence or what the fuck they call that.
No, that's a DUI. They catch you on a DUI.
No, it's a DUI. It's not a fucking car.
You're still driving.
You're biking under the influence. That's what they call it.
It's a motor, bro. It's a motor vehicle. It's literally a motor vehicle. What he's driving. It's got. Wait, Gonzalo had to get that license.
In California, they're going to give you a DUI. They have electric.
It's a motor scooter.
Do you have to wait? Do you have to register? Be careful, yes.
In the fucking like stationary vehicles like the other night. That was definitely rough.
Were you there for the great crash of 2025?
Yes.
Yes, I knew it. You're probably streaming.
Oh yeah, because that's what I do.
Yeah, you don't want to stream. It's a little hard. It's hard to do. I'm telling you, it's fucking
hard. I care what you guys think, and I need to make fucking exterior money from YouTube.
It's hard to do. It's hard to do. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, I have better shit to do and better ways to make
Oh,
money.
really?
So
Really?
you guys
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead. Yeah,
You're
you can
missing,
do
you're
literally
missing, you're
almost-
missing out. You're missing out.
Okay.
Missing out.
Me believing you.
I'm doing what you're doing right now, except I'm building a channel.
Okay, that's cool. Well, you're doing that, and I'm investing in like
You and your
in
fucking
the stock
you and your
market.
fucking investments.
I know. Well, whatever. It's easier. You don't have to do
It's not.
anything.
It's
Click
not. It's not
buttons and
easier.
it
You lose
pays.
more. You lose more money on that.
I don't lose money. Maybe you're stupid.
Do you have a bunch of stocks?
Yeah.
I'm not stupid. You're the one who bets on boxing. You son of a bitch. That's stupid.
You're right, and that is the dumbass side of it.
That is a
but I
pretty
only
dumb
have,
thing
like,
to do.
I have like around like 1%. Like if you looked at that, my entire portfolio, it's like a point percentage.
I
of
would.
it.
You know what? I would never put a
I do it
dime on
fun.
boxing ever. I got predictions right many
don't call
times
it betting.
in MMA. In boxing, I
Well,
never
that
put
may-
money. Never.
That
call it
doesn't
betting.
make any kind of sense. Yeah, exactly. It's an investment.
It's an investment opportunity.
Yeah, I actually agree with that because I like to think about betting like as investor sentiment. That's exactly how the market works. If people like it, it's worth more. Oh really? That's how it works? Well, if you get enough people liking something that's not that's overvalued, that makes it really easy to bet the dog. I love that shit. That's the best way to make money because you can afford to lose. I can lose 3 times, and as long as if I make it on the third, I'm okay. I'm more than even. I love that style of betting. They call that value betting.
Okay. All right. I mean, if you got money to burn, yeah, I guess.
It's not money to burn. You have a bankroll. It's like anything else. Like you trade your bank account, like whatever you're betting, as if you had a stock account. Everything's about like how much you want to leverage.
I mean, it is. It's money to burn because it's not like a business. Like you say, investments. I mean, you could actually create a business. You know,
it's invested. You know what? But it's no different than like say like the crypto like meme market or something like that, right? That's all investor sentiment. It's just what people like in the moment.
yeah. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I hear some loud shit. What's Gonzalo doing?
He's biking.
All right, I just muted him. You guys tell me when he's talking again. I can't believe I shouldn't have said shit. I said, hey, you crashed your scooter lately? First thing he says, I gotta go get some beers. I'm like, what the fuck?
He blamed it on me.
He blamed it on you. Well, it is your fault.
Then he blamed it on me. He's like, I'm gonna go get beers now because of you. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't tell you to do that.
What a Metal Gear. Damn it. You see this Metal Gear? You see my screen? See that? That's the DARPA. That's the DARPA.
I try not. I don't look at the shit you do anymore.
That's the DARPA chief, man. Look at that guy. He's over here. He's like, Snake, tell Gonzalo to not ride that scooter. Gonzalo? What's Gonzalo doing here? All right, we went to commercial break. We'll be right back in 1 second.
There's one in Mayo in May, and then there's another one in September. It's probably that one.
I mean, that's probably happening that one's in September. The Crawford one, the Shakur Stevenson one is in July. So July, it's actually happening in Queens. I thought it was going to happen in Jersey. That's a lot of the reports I saw. They were talking about it happening in Jersey, which I think would have been some freaking bullshit, right? But it's still, in a lot of ways, this actually helps Shakur Stevenson because it's happening not too far from Jersey. But it also, you got Berlongo's on the same card. He's going to be, he's from Brooklyn. So Zepeda, man, he ain't going to get any favors in that one. But you got Shiraz on there as well. It's kind of a long trip. Where's that guy from? The UK? I think he's an Arab, isn't he?
Is that the middleweight guy?
That's the one who just fought recently who lost. I thought he lost.
I'm not a big fan of him. I think he's a pussy.
Yes, he runs around that ring, lands little touch jabs, and runs all over the place. I thought he did okay in his previous fight.
He's clearly he's not durable. When he's fighting bums, he looks like a killer, and when he fights somebody that's like that wants to fight back, he's a bitch.
He doesn't know how to follow up. Like he had a decent jab in his previous fight, but he don't follow up with anything real. It's just all jab the whole fight. That's one of the reasons I saw him lose. They made it a draw. I don't agree with that at all. It was a terrible fight, but I thought he lost.
They moved him up already, didn't they?
I'm pretty sure they did. Do you know that guy was getting special treatment from Turkey? Turkey was saying some stuff to him during the fight.
That's his fucking Arab champion, probably. You know what I mean? That's their representation, which is a bad flex for them because that guy's gonna get fucking hammered. He's not a good fighter. He's actually not even a good boxer, so he can't even really fall back on that.
I feel like Berlanga's gonna be running after him the whole damn fight.
I forgot that's happening. I'm betting on Berlanga. Now that you said that, I'm betting on Berlanga.
I think people are gonna see a different Berlanga. The one that fought Canelo was like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, he never fights like that. Shiraz is like the kind of guy.
There was somebody that can fight a bit. You know what I mean? Canelo's tricky. I know a lot of guys on here don't like Canelo, but Canelo's tricky as shit. And if you can stand in there and kind of figure that out for 12 rounds, even if he's not really coming at you like at full speed, it's still like much better than anything Shiraz has dealt with. Like I feel like that guy.
Definitely.
I feel like that you might. I think we were gonna have that Puerto Rican kid's gonna have. He's gonna get a win in that. And you know what too? No offense to the Arab guys, they're not good fighters usually. So they come out flashy and they have like maybe they have power and some sort of speed, but the rest of the ingredients aren't there. They're not good fighters. They can't stay in. Like once you hit them, they won't wear it. They don't bite down and like get themselves back into the fight. They lay down. It's the opposite.
Yeah, I don't have much hopes from Shiraz. I think I'm picking Berlanga to win that one. I think he's probably gonna knock that guy out. I think he's gonna catch him.
Too.
I think he's gonna catch him.
I think he's gonna. I don't think jump on him, get 4 rounds definitively, and then eke out like 2 after it. He's like, well, I at least won like 6 to 7 rounds in this fight. Yeah. I feel like that's actually a strategy you see kind of employed by a lot of boxers. Over the past like 10 years, like they kind of look at the rounds in that, and they kind of cut the fight up, I guess, better into that, like into halves, or some of them actually kind of up in the thirds. You see it a lot of times in a 12-round fight. You'll see dudes like for the first 4 rounds do fucking nothing, almost absolutely nothing, and then you'll see like by the 5th round you see a complete takeover for like 6 rounds. You're like, holy shit, you know, like
I think that actually has the potential to be a decent card. With those 2 fights there, I was reading a little article on the stream, but right now I don't know if you know, I'm doing a show called Hot Takes. I'm showing random information. It's not random information, it's just different topics. So I spoke about this earlier, and this guy wrote this decent article talking about how Shakur really needs to actually fight this guy, or he's just going to lose. He said that he cannot run around that ring and win this. I might disagree with that, but hopefully Turkey, hopefully he got some pull, and he's going to make it where you don't fight this guy. You got to fight him in spots, obviously, right? Because he'll work Shakur. He'll work him. He'll get him to the point where he's all busted up, broken up. So he has to fight him in spots. He can't. I mean, the guy in the article, I agree, but I disagree. There's a balance there, right? There's kind of a balance you have to have when it comes to fight or flight, right? In boxing. The thing with Shakur is that balance is completely off, and most of his fights are just him kind of running away. Now he fought Padley. A lot of it is. Most of it is. But the thing is with Shakur is that there's no power. There's no power there. So even if he was to stand with Zepeda, Zepeda's gonna eat anything he throws. I think, unless Shakur hits him low or hits him maybe. I mean, he has a decent little stab to the body, Shakur, there, but it didn't even stop Padley. So, you know that Shakur hit Padley with a bunch of low blows, right? He didn't really hit that guy with any real punches. It was the low blows that really got Padley to kind of shut him down.
He wasn't a real fighter anyway. Like, I don't want to say it like that, but I mean, he wasn't. He didn't have the benefit of training and going. Like,
oh yeah.
People like that have to get off work and go train. Like, how tired are you after you?
Dude, he's an electrician.
It's ridiculous.
He's an electrician. He's working all day. And then the dude got no training camp. I don't even know how he got in shape. Like you saw him, he was in decent shape, but obviously he didn't have any sparring or road work.
He looked a lot smaller though. That's actually how you can tell. It's like, well, yeah, he bought like what? That's what you know. It's kind of funny. That's what 135 really looks like when you saw them in the ring. Like that guy was probably around in the ring. I'll bet you on fight night. I'll bet you that guy weighed no more than like 148 pounds or something like that. He probably put on like 10, 12 pounds. Look at Shakur next to him. Shakur was like probably around like 20, 25 pounds heavier.
He was bigger,
just like
yeah.
completely, just like the exact opposite. And like, well, how is that possible? How could you possibly put on that much weight being that small? Because you've always been that big. That's another thing too. If you look at people's bodies, will tell you like kind of what's going on. He has stretch marks on his shoulders. That's a guy that was a fat boy at one time. That's what that means. At one point in his life, he was fat or he was oversized where his skin stretched. So they have him on any kind of diet to keep him small. This is exactly what you're looking at. There might be a big problem that might correlate to why his power sucks so much because he's so fucking drained out.
He's also
I guarantee you that right now. I'll bet that with anybody. I don't know how I would get my money from you after we did it.
I'll go back to what you're saying. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good. I was done.
I mean, I think he's gonna run around that fucking ring. He ain't gonna fight because look, the guy can't punch. He can't punch. Maybe if it's a body shot, but when you're in range, you know, to land that body shot, because he has a decent stab to the body. It's a decent little punch, but he has to throw it and then run. Right, that's what he has to do because he ain't gonna stand there and trade with Zepeda. I don't think so. I mean, he's really his biggest move in this fight is gonna have to be body shots because his hands will not hold up. Zepeda can actually take punches. From what I see, I think Farmer, people don't believe it, but I think Farmer landed some pretty nice shots, some pretty good shots in there. I think he hits harder than Shakur. And I think Zepeda is going to stand up just fine versus Shakur. And his goal is just going to be to just beat the living crap out of him and just outwork him. And so for him to say that he's going to stand there and take it to him, I don't see that happening. Not at all. I think he's going to take a hellacious beating if he stands there with that guy. He's never fought a guy that throws punches like that many punches. I mean, Zepeda is just relentless. Like you saw the body attack he put on that guy in the last fight, the Farmer. It's just body shot, body shot, body shot. And he does have to pace himself a little bit because if Shakur starts stabbing him to the body, it might go in a different direction. It might go 12 rounds, I would say. But I don't know, man. It depends on if the judges are fair, if they're scoring this correctly. Because I could see Shakur running around that ring and making this a really boring contest. It's gonna maybe look similar to the Canelo Skull fight, like that. And it would not be in the best interests of Turkey or boxing going forward, because this is Turkey's production, right? It would not be in his best interest to allow guys like this to do what Skull did. I think every single time you should lose every single time. Like, I don't even care if the guy lands some punches. If he's running 90% of the fight and he's landing the majority of the punches, he still ran 90% of the fight. You should for sure not allow him to win that fight, because that's not okay to do. And that's not helping boxing at all, to allow these guys to fight in such a way. What do you think of that?
Maybe. I wasn't really listening to you.
Oh, what a son of a...
I know. Oh, my bad. My fucking headset died. I missed it.
You son of a... I said that even if Shakur was to outland Zepeda, right? Let's imagine that it's a run contest. You know, Shakur's trying to bring the action. This guy's running around. Not Shakur. Zepeda's trying to bring the action. Shakur's just running around the whole fucking ring the whole fight. He lands the majority of the punches, but Zepeda's bringing the action. We'll say that it's like 10% of what Shakur did was throw punches. 90% was him running. You think it's cool or it's healthy for the sport to give him that win on that?
No, but they will.
Well, that's where Turkey has to step in, because the standard cannot be that. That's not going to help the sport grow. I mean, even in some ways, even that Jake Paul cornball, he's fighting bums. He got fixed fights, right? But he has knockouts. This is one of the reasons people are watching this guy's trash fights. It's because he actually gets some knockouts. Not to say that they're real, because I think some of them might be suspect. But that's what people are watching. They're impressed by that, especially people that don't really know the sport. They think he actually is a danger, and they're shocked by that, because even the people that follow that guy hate him. You know, I don't follow him, but he does have a lot of social media people that follow him. Mostly young kids, I think. A lot of teens like that dude. So what I'm saying is that at least he brings some sort of action, right? Shakur doesn't bring that. Yes.
Nobody needs that.
Well, Jake Paul brings eyeballs, regardless if people hate him or not. He's still bringing people. So as they say, he's putting asses in seats. People want to go see that, you know. Possibly. I don't, dude. I say that, but I would never buy a Jake Paul fight. Like I'm talking about buying tickets to watch it live.
You understand like why somebody would buy it, but you would never do it yourself.
Yeah, I would never do it. Like I would never spend money to go watch Jake Paul live. That wouldn't be fair. And I wouldn't even buy it on pay-per-view.
There'd be no alternate universe where you get me into that stadium. I'm dead ass serious. I don't like him. And I know that's kind of what we're talking about.
I'm a never Paul guy. I never liked him.
I never liked him. But to be serious for a second, I really don't appreciate him. He's not a real fighter. He's making way too much money off the sport. He has no business making that much money off it. I know he brings eyeballs to the sport, all that. He can make what fuck but there's an inherent problem with it because there's a lot of guys that didn't grow up like being Disney, like Charles Schwarzenegger, don't have the kind of they can never do anything like this. So he's bringing something into boxing that nobody else is ever going to be being able to exploit after he leaves. It's stupid that whatever he's bringing to boxing is going to leave after he's done. So I kind of don't agree. He's not bringing anything to boxing other than to what he's like. It's like a carnival.
He's bringing the potential of new people. That's why it's like a
time thing. They're not going to stick around after he's.
I think some will. I think if they enjoy what they see when it comes to, like I was saying, look, the guy draws people in.
How could you enjoy what you see if he's your parrot? If he's your barometer or metric, how in the fuck could you ever enjoy boxing?
I mean, you might enjoy just watching it, the build up of it, and the intent. I mean, some intensity to it. If they think a fight's coming, people got some kind of they get a visceral reaction to that, and they hate the guy too. So maybe they want to experience that some more. There's something to it. I think some people will stick around. It's sort of like when like I have a friend who doesn't care about combat sports at all, but he still watched the UFC for that Brock Lesnar shit, right? He came from the WWE. Right. It was the same for Floyd as well. Floyd was a WWE guy.
In business, they call that retention. What do you think the retention? What do you think the retention would be from a Jake Paul fans after he's like retired or whatever the fuck he was? I bet you it's under 10%.
I mean,
you're not gaining anything from this guy, and look how much he's hijacked.
Well, I'd have to look into the numbers.
It's not a two-way street.
Because he's not the only one. You know that, right? You got the KSI, you got some other guys on there, YouTube people.
Nobody cares about that guy here. That's a UK thing.
I mean, it's still bringing in viewership, I guess. It's bringing.
For the time being, my point is that nobody. It's not like a minimum viable product. Like when you look at it as face value, it's like, well, these guys, like, look how much they brought to the sport. Yeah, well, how much is it worth after they leave? There's no retention quality to it. They're not doing anything.
Well, yeah, that would be my question. Like, look into the numbers and see if they actually are retaining any kind of viewership. Because, like you said, they might just be watching Jake Paul and then be like, I'm out of here,
Yeah, but Julio, you're not hearing me properly. You're only fans that from your audience come over, buy my pay-per-view, or even show up to watch the fight. You're not going to see it. I think a lot of people really. I think they're very naive to it, like that. You're not going to get the retention quality because most of the kids that are watching him fight, they don't like fighting; they like him. That's different.
Yes, I understand what you mean. I understand, and it's also hard to really understand those numbers, right? Is how do you pull up that data? Like, where does it come from? Is it from where is he fighting? Is he fighting on the zone?
I think so. I think so. I think it's Eddie Hearn and whatever. He has a promotion himself, right? I think it's a cross promotion.
Yeah, it's called MVP Promotions. I saw it. Holly Holm just signed with him. She just signed on. She's actually having a boxing fight. It's going to be on the Chavez Paul card.
I forgot who it was. The last time when Holly Holm was in a boxing fight, she almost died.
I mean, she took some crazy beatings.
I don't think it was Christy Martin. It was the other girl, and she brutalized her.
Oh yeah. She took some huge beatings. I can't believe she was able to continue on with her career. Like in boxing, she was her trainer blows. That guy Winkle John is a horrible boxing trainer. I'm not a fan of him.
I don't think he was her trainer when she was a pro boxer. You should see this one fight. I don't think it was Christy Martin, but it was this other girl. I'll think of her name in a minute. There's this other white girl that was ropes and she couldn't like kind of get out for a second. This bitch like laid her out on it. She fucking splattered her on the ropes when she was tied up.
Some of these, they're decent. I mean, he's decent. He's not anything great. I mean, you know, like Amir Khan, Pakistani. Pakistanis they're coming back, people. They eat meat. You know that, right, Bob? Bob. Oh my God. Quags. You know they eat meat, right? That's what it is. Those Pakistanis eat meat. You know the big ones who eat the meat are the Arabs. The Arabs eat tons of meat. But you don't see a lot of Arab boxers. What that Quags? What happened? Where'd you go? Did you fall asleep?
I'm here. Hey Julio, I think you have Gonzalo muted.
Oh, do I? All right, give me a second. I'm gonna put him back on. Sorry, that's why I asked you to tell me when he comes back. All right, so Gonzalo, I'm gonna put his
not into my feelings, but I'm back. I'm alcoholic again. Thanks, Greg.
Great, that's great. We're very proud of you.
Yeah, good.
I cannot quite describe it.
He's like, I'm back. I'm an alcoholic again.
But I cannot describe why it's necessarily happening the way it is, but it's just is.
But where's my beta button?
Something.
Beta.
Well, it's just a fleeting moment in time, Gonzalo. So.
Yeah, but this is the one that's gonna take me out.
Remember, anybody new? Remember to subscribe. Yeah. What do you think about that? You think that Canelo's limited?
How do you spell Fuel TV?
Maybe
F-U.
No. F-U. The F-U-TV.
Yeah. The real food TV.
The real food TV.
Yeah. The F-U TV is together. It's all together except the real is all separate, and then it's food TV's together.
Hey, Quags, I'm going back to the Philippines.
It has nothing to do with Canelo.
That's cool, man. That's cool, man. I mean, like
the boxing, but
he was talking about Holly Holm.
No, I was talking about Holly Holm.
It wasn't women's boxing. He was just talking about the MMA that's going back.
Yes.
Back to boxing.
I do respect because you mentioned. I do respect Christy Martin because I remember because that was when I was.
Yeah, she could fight.
Yep. And I do like nowadays. Well, I'm not gonna like try to romanticize women's boxing. That for Sebastian Fundora's sister, she can punch. I like how the way she boxes. That one girl.
All right, Outlaw Boxing. He's got some comments in it. He says Prince was a great fighter. That is the last top-level boxer of Arab heritage. What do you think about that? Do you think that that's the case? True? Of the Arabs? You think he was the last great one? Or the only great one, maybe? You guys, Prince Nassim fans?
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's a power puncher.
He was a good showman. I feel like he was one of the first. I mean, I know that there was a couple of showmen before that, but Nassim brought it to another level. I mean, he's dancing in there, right?
He was from my neck of the woods. Remember, Jorge Pais?
Yes.
Marmero. He was a pretty good showman.
Oh yeah, he was a great showman there, Nassim. I mean, as a kid, I was like, who the hell's this guy? And they advertised the hell out of him. Also, he could punch. You know, that dude could knock you out with a punch. It's a very big puncher. He retired a little too early. I was like, what the hell? Why are you retired, man?
He got fat as fuck. No, like
he's a
He had
heavyweight.
strong leg. His power came from his legs. If you guys ever watched how he moved around the ring, like he had really like strong legs. And in regards to like why he retired early, I would say little bitch ass hands coupled with not like liking to lose. Barrera beat the fuck out of him. He bested him at every piece of what he thought he was. All that flashy shit went out the window from a guy that really knew how to fight and break you down. So I think that's actually more so was his problem, is that he didn't know how to adapt to somebody being better than him. So being a great fighter, I would say no. He's a good fighter. Great fighters know how to adapt. He didn't.
It's crazy. Hey, Quack, it's crazy how Marco Antonio Barrera got knocked out by Junior Jones 2 times. I'm gonna go look at those fights.
Fuck, I forgot about that. I forget about a lot of that shit because it's so
I've been
so
revisiting
long
some of that
ago.
stuff. It's crazy. He got knocked out, dude.
He was like he was shot. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot about that.
He's badass now. Junior Jones was badass too. But Morales beat him though. Like he got him. But
it's my dad's favorite fighter.
I think Junior Jones he hit hard as fuck. Junior Jones.
Yeah, Junior Jones got knocked out by takes. This has got all kinds of different topics in it, but right now this is the panel edition. All right, we're gonna listen to these guys a little more. We're gonna be getting out of here soon. It's extremely freaking late. But if you're new here, remember to subscribe.
It could kind of be true.
I don't think you're always crying for help, but I think in this
also hit the like button. Hit the like button. It helps the channel supposedly.
The question was posed was I think Alonso, who I forgot who said it. I can't even remember at this fucking point. But you kind of like, you're like, oh, I had this actually in my 40s. And my point was, is like, you know what's actually happening right now? They're accelerating the process. You're older than he is. I guess what I was trying to get at is that he's experiencing things that you're doing now in a weird way. He's experiencing it now because life is moving faster. The inflation rates, like, depending when you live, like across America right now, it's like 8 to 9%. If you live in California, it's easily in the 15th percentile. You're in the teens. So you cannot, like, the idea of like going to work, saving money, and all that kind of shit, that is not applicable at all anymore. You will not get anywhere. You will die on the vine doing that kind of shit. And the way, I guess from what I heard from what he was saying, he's like, I think he was kind of like almost rationalizing that. He's like, what the fuck? You know, it's going on. He's like, yeah, no crap. Like this is the worst part about about becoming an adult. You really see, like, when you're a kid, you're in a pond. And then by the time like they release you out into like the world, it's a fucking ocean.
All right, I'm going to read this comment here from Outlaw Box. He says, don't even know why people even pay attention to that 135 to 140 division. Just hyped up young fighters who aren't even that exciting. Yeah, I feel like the 130, 140 guys, they're still, they're still trying to make their way. A lot of the top guys in those divisions in a lot of ways are just simply prospects, I feel like. Contenders, none of them have really... They haven't solidified themselves, They really haven't. They'll go. And to me, there's just like paper belts. All these belts. These guys. I mean, they need more time, But what's crazy is that you see a guy like Tank Davis, who's supposedly one of the top guys at the 135, and look at him. Look, he's talking about retirement. I mean, what the hell? It's weird.
Quality, all this good ass shit. You don't see women crawling into sewers doing anything like that. death statistics have stayed the same.
Any of you guys want to come on here? The Discord, my Discord is in the chat right now. If anybody wants to come on here and talk to these guys.
Dangerous. Women, and especially, I have a little bit of resentment in regards to women in this regard because they all want to be CEOs and point and tell you what to do. It's like, I don't really need you to tell me that. And if I don't need you to tell me that, what the fuck is it that you do? You don't do anything. And we have that's the problem with society. In my opinion, you have a whole bunch of people that stand back, that have like ideas, that want to conceptualize the fabric and the idea of society, but they don't want to build it. It's a large problem.
All right, people. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why everybody's. His roommate is a crybaby. We got another comment here from. Outlaw. Outlaw Boxing. All right, give me 1 second. I can see this. All right, so it says Wickle John was always her trainer, even as a boxer. She trained out of Jackson MMA. He says Outlaw says from what he remembers. Yeah, dude. He was never a good trainer. I think in a lot of ways, Holly Holm fights in a mostly karate-like style. She fights like a karate fighter. She's in a lot of ways, believe it or not, she fights similar to Amir Khan. It isn't that different. She's like, yeah. I remember having a fight versus one of these women, and she was doing that karate style, doing the yeah. And the lady literally repeated what she said, like was making fun of her, because that's all she does. She blitzes you. She goes out, she comes back. One of the problems with that is that she walks right into shots, just like Amir Khan would. She basically walks in straight lines and gets hit with shots. One of the slipperiest fights I've ever seen Holly Holmes was at Ronda Rousey. That was like a virtuoso performance for her. I mean, that was a fight she should have gone out on that one. That was like one of her best performances when it comes to fighting, combat sports. But I mean, it would be interesting to see her come back. I think she's got a couple of fights left in her. Which is surprising because, I mean, the lady, she took some hellacious beatings in her boxing career. Some of these ladies are teeing off on her head. But yeah, it's cool to see her come back. But yeah, not a fan of Winklejohn. I don't think he's a very good trainer. All right, let's listen to these guys.
The hands of a light heavyweight. And I noticed, that's what I knew, like, that's a pro fighter versus what I am. Because I did a lot of amateur fights and things like that. And I always wondered, like, what is the difference? Like, because they look the same to me. Like, when you look at him, it's like, he looks like me. And then you see him in person, like, oh, here's the difference right now. The guy has the hands of a fucking, like, pretty much like a 215-pound man. For the most part. He has, like, large arms and that attached to, like, this, like, skinny torso. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, that's actually a fucked up body type. You look at him; he's not very wide, so like cutting weight for him, it wasn't that hard. Being but he has the hands of a dude that's huge. It's not fair. Almost, he's gonna win. He almost has to wait you out if you think about it, because even if you're a better boxer, he just has to land the shots.
You met him in person?
I met him twice. I met him.
Yeah, because I heard you say. I think I heard you say.
I met him. The best. I have pictures of it. The one I have pictures of is at the Willie Monroe fight in L.A. when he was at the Forum. That was the second time I met him. The first time I met him was before I even knew I didn't even know who he was when the first time I met him.
Weird. It's weird because, like, if you see him in like khakis and like casual wear, he could look like a slim guy, like just like you're like a nerd, like your regular like normal man. Until like, right?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I knew I don't know. Like I could size people up pretty good just by looking at him. I knew, like, just by looking at him, like this guy's fucking in shape. And then you look at being a fighter. Like I did a lot at the time when I met him the first time. I was doing Muay Thai, and I noticed like the size of his forearms and his hand, and more so, it's not again. These are things that you can't train. You can't just like lift weights like I have big hands. No, his hands were humongous. Like he just had big extremities. His forearms were huge. He was like a Popeye. And I remember looking. I forget when I saw him. I feel like I met him at CSW, or he came when I was really young. I think it was around like 2009 or 2000. Fuck. It might have been before. I think it was around like 2008, 2009. He was in CSW, which is the catch wrestling school, and he was wrestling around. I had no idea who he was.
It's in some way, I do believe that you can kind of train that. I know you're born with power, but like, for example, like our rock climbers, you do the pinch grips. You have like the blocks that you hold with your hands, like rock climbers.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, get a 2x4 and put like whatchamacallit? I have it right here. What do you call it? Like the one that you put the weights like Jesus Christ, like a lift pin. A lift pin, then you put a lift pin on a pinching block. Then when you're pulling like weight with your fingertips, you know what I mean? Like just kind of lifting the pinch block, so you can develop.
So you don't have to grip it. You mean?
You grip it from the floor up. You're lifting the weight on a pinch on a lift pin. A lift pin is basically you put the weights on a pin. Like what do you call it? What do you call the weights that you pull on either side? Like just a regular weight. Right? No, just like a regular, like a plate. So
like
if you
45 pound, yeah, okay.
If you put a plate on a lift pin, now you're gonna drop it like flat on the pin. And then the pin, then you could add 245s or 145 and 35 on the lift pin, but then you connect the lift pin to a pinch, to something that you're just grabbing with the pinch of your fingertips, and you're raising to like create forearm strength. You know what I mean? A lift pin.
Yeah, exactly. They strengthen the. Or you know what? They're actually. It's not even forearm strength. Oh, it is forearm strength too, because they're pretty much like.
But then you, as a rock climber, you can have different types of fingertip, like where you can lift that lift pin, or you can even hang off of a climbing board.
Yeah, right. That's I was about to say that it's maybe not so much a forearm at that point. Now you're talking about like pretty much strengthening your hands. Like so now the little muscles running, which are pretty much you're pretty much describing the only way to make your hands like stronger is the physically, in my opinion, is the rock.
Like the lattice block. It's called a lattice block, or a climbing board. Like what rock climbers do. A lattice block.
Yeah, like, I know. We used to use them in wrestling. We have them.
And I think if a person develops that from their young age, you can get that tendon strength.
Sure, of course. It's better, dude. It's always better to train to start when they're younger. There's no doubt in that.
Then there's also this machine. This is called like a pinch grip. The pinch grip, where you can like have plates on the machine that where you can pinch the weights on your fingertips, but then you're like pulling up the like what I said again, like a plate on a machine.
As you're gripping, as you're like pinching with your fingers, you mean?
Yeah, but then you're pulling the weight from underneath, like on
So
the.
you're pulling it up. You're using the shoulders to pull it up as you grip it with your fingers. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That not only the shoulders, but the hands and the forearms. You're just pinching the weight. Pinch strength. It's like a
Yeah,
pinch.
it's like isometric. It's like kind of like how you would train a gorilla. Not how you would train a gorilla, but that's how you would want to get like real isometric strength.
But in other words, like when you get these motherfuckers that are like lifting their body weight off the tips of their fingers.
Yeah. I think the worst thing you could do with boxers is like say like you had somebody that needed like extra power. I think the worst thing you could do to them is like literally throw them in a weight room and give them traditional like bodybuilding.
This motherfucker that he's always crying. He's always crying and he's like.
But you know what I'm talking about? Like think about like what you're just talking about, like stagnant grips and like there's so in my opinion, I think grip strength and
to get a life or something.
But hang on for a second. I think grip strength and punching power are correlated.
Yeah, this guy is such an asshole. Like he cannot sleep. So whenever I'm transitioning to something. Never mind. To where he can't sleep, he's always blaming me for what I'm talking about. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, I guess I'll say that I think punching power and grip strength are correlated. Because if you can I think the tighter you can make your fist, that means like the wrist is more locked in, and the only thing you can do after that is like have the elbow following it up. I mean, it's a kinetic chain. Like punching with power, like they talk about, like people don't like it's like you're born with it. I agree with that to an extent, but I feel like a lot of people don't really maximize what they got at all.
Exactly. That you know what, Quack? That's a great point. You can maximize the power, of course, but generally speaking, I think, and this is true. You can absolutely you can maximize the punching power that you can squeeze. What you do that a lot of other guys don't do, like build up your forearms, the pinch grip, like the tendon strength. If you do that, you're gonna be better off than the guys that don't do that. But a lot of times, like I bet some of these fighters are not doing it, not because I think they don't know about it. Because if they would,
I agree with you. I don't think they know about it, or they're just like if they knew about it, they just don't think it's important enough to really train.
Yeah, because remember, back in the days, they kind of didn't think that they knew about the stuff that's going on now. That now they're doing it. But if you want to get into the intricacies of things, you would do that. Like okay, maybe you need to do this more, because this would really maximize your power. But with all that said and done, a lot of the things that the old school boxers are doing that also creates punching power. Like just leaning into the punching bag. But also you got guys that are not necessarily known to be punchers. That it's not a trick, but it's or a habit. It is a habit and it's also a trick, but it's also like muscle memory. Catch your opponent, the punch that you don't see coming, timing and speed, at the right time. Boom, like when you clip a dude right at the tip of the chin. Because like Mayweather, he didn't, and I don't really respect Mayweather like that, but a lot of people say his punching power is respectable. I don't think that's like the greatest example that I'm trying to make. But for a dude that doesn't have the greatest hands to like, when the dude is like, for example, your opponent, a counter puncher is he's stepping into you and you're stepping into him and you catch him at the right moment. Timing and speed, especially if you don't see the punch coming, that's the one that's gonna boom knock you down. No, but pinch strength, forearm strength, I think that counts, and I think a lot of boxers don't do that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people they don't understand.
But incorporate what rock climbing
fighting too.
You know, rock climbers. Quacks, if a lot of fighters will do what rock climbers do, in my opinion, dude, like you get more power.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong. I think there's a, how do you say it? There's a flip side to it. I think
No, but
climbing,
you know why?
like if you can strengthen.
Because the tendons don't have a lot of like muscle towards drawing you back.
It does though, because you're pulling yourself up. So if you,
that's kind of strength that you get within time. It takes a lot of time and effort that you can build it up to the years. So it's not like muscle. Muscle, like with Canelo, it has a drawback. It takes away speed. But
right, exactly.
Tennis strength is always going to benefit you. It's going to be the little gains over time.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to be I wouldn't use rock climbing to get me ready for boxing.
Quacks. For example, Quacks. I don't know if I'm even trying to make a point, and I'm sorry because I've been talking. But you know, Inui's brother, he's got a brother, right? Inui.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
He's got like 3 knockouts and like 30 professional fights, like 5 or 6 knockouts. And he challenged for a world title. But he's nothing compared to his brother. His brother has like tendon and something going on to where his brother can't punch, but Inui can.
Mm-hmm.
He can, but they're brothers.
I think he can't. I think there's something physically
why
wrong.
Why can one brother? I'm not calling them twins, but they're basically one guy's like 3 years younger than him.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're not too far off. They're kind of close counterparts. I understand what you mean.
One guy has no punching power, while the other guy, he's Inui.
Okay.
He's got a lot of punching power.
The one kid came out with in my opinion, a denser skeletal system. His hands are probably most likely bigger. So when he goes to throw those punches, the shock doesn't register in the same way. So he can throw that punch without like it really being a big deal to him. You know what I mean? Like that. What my dad used to say, that's like the best thing you can have is like when you can really throw with reckless abandon. If you can really do that, anybody in front of you, if they're around for it, is in a lot of trouble, because that means that you're completely opening up on them. They're getting everything you got. If you can really do that, I mean, fuck. Like most people are, I'll bet you that's the other set of faction he doesn't have. Not only does he probably not have the bone density, because that's like in a weird way, like just because you came from the same parents, it doesn't mean you got the same like gene pool from each parent. One parent might be more dominant than the other.
Yeah, that's a great point, because no two brothers are. You might have. It's like this. And this might sound weird, but it's fucking true. Like you have my 2 brothers. When one brother has a longer penis than the other.
Okay, well, I don't even know about that, but I'll tell you this much: like my dad was a twin. All right, I'm
a twin, and you know why I thought about it? Because this dude. Well, go ahead, but I'm just gonna say something.
Man,
I'll speak about it later.
Nobody. Man.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this much: my dad was a twin. My dad, if you looked at my dad and my uncle, they look exactly the same. But if you really look
remember I told you I was a twin? Sorry for cutting you off. Remember?
Yeah, I think I remember you saying that. Yeah,
I'm a twin. Like your dad. I remember you told me about your dad.
Yeah, my dad's a twin, right? But he has, if you really looked at them really closely, he's very different from than my uncle. My uncle is actually, if you really look at him, a little bit better looking and a little bit more refined, and like kind of just like
that happens. That happens. Right. One like me, I'm a little bit more refined than my brother, But
well, my
brother,
dad's a
little
blunt
brother,
object.
bigger.
My dad came out the opposite. He's like a blunt object. He has like kind of like
my
a
brother. Like
he's like
bigger. My brother's bigger.
bigger hands, like a kind of slightly larger head. You know, like just like bigger muscle mass around him. And guess what? My dad ended up my dad went to he was kind of like you a little bit. He ended up going to the military eventually, but like you played college football and he did like Golden Gloves boxing and all that shit. You know what I mean? So he was more on the athletic side. His brother ended up becoming assistant and deputy mayor to Ohio. So like, and he had a doctorate degree. So you could see the difference, I guess, is my point. In regards, like you got two things that are so close, but they look exactly the same, but completely different.
No, because I'm not saying like I'm well endowed. Like I'm just like a regular guy. But I always thought,
okay,
because I looked it up. Like, look, this might sound weird because I always thought like maybe Filipino guys, like this might sound weird, but they got a smaller like penis, like because you can research that like because women are women and men are men, but like I have a twin brother, he's bigger than me. I was like, this is my brother. Like, we fucking walk around naked. It's like, if I have a Filipino son, is he gonna be like born with a small dick? But you know, like he's my son, so I saw him born. Mateo, remember Mateo?
Yeah.
He's half Filipino. So like when he was born, his head, the doctor said that his head was bigger than like a regular Filipino, like a normal. That's what they said because remember he was born with pneumonia. But it's not that he have like a brain problem. He's just his circumference of his head was a little slightly different than like a Filipino.
Okay.
Then like I was like, dude, I hope this dude is his dick is smaller. He's
why do you think,
remember
why,
my son
why
is half.
But
My son is half Filipino, Mateo. So I'm Mexican, right?
Right.
But my son, dude, and when he was born, I said, hope he don't. For some reason, before he was born, I'm saying he's not gonna be born with my nose, because the first one died, and when he died, he was 8 months. Like the one before Mateo, like he had my nose because the doctor, like when they did the cesarean on my ex-wife, the Filipina, well, soon to be ex-wife. It's kind of like going down right now where I'm getting a divorce. The one that died, he had a fine nose, like he's like not a Filipino nose. A lot of times they complain, oh, we don't like our nose. But then when Mateo, like the other one that was like actually like he survived, although he was born with pneumonia. Mateo, like he was like well endowed as a man. His penis is not like little. He's like, it's just like us, like my brother and like me, like normal, like not like a little dick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's regular. It's just, I'm not trying to like sound proud about it. I'm just
it's just coming off weird. I get it, but
yeah, no.
I'll tell you this much, Gons.
No, but let me say this. Like it's because the genetics. You could have one son, because I looked it up in here. You could have one son that why is his penis bigger than the other guy? Because he might have inherited from the mother or from the father, or he might have inherited that nose from the father, or he might have inherited that nose. It's compatible 50-50. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it, but I guess what I'm trying to tell you is like, what does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter, but it really does, because like my boy is beautiful, but he's not.
I know, but like you're not making love to him or anything like that. My point is that
it's getting weird.
I know. My point is that like the thing that you're talking about is listen to me.
Whether it's little hands, big penis.
I know, but hang on, but that's a construct society's putting on
big
him.
penis.
And guess what? He has nothing to do. He's just born into the fucking planet, and God gave him what he has. And now he has
that's
to be
cool.
judged by it for what? For being born? Who cares?
No, I'm not judging.
It's ridiculous. I know you're not, but I'm saying the idea of it's fucking kind of crazy. Like,
No,
people are just like going around like, yo, you're not big. You're in all seriousness, like, you're not tall. You're not fast. You don't do this right. You don't do that. Like, motherfucker, I would like to do that, you know, but I just came out this way, and you have to deal with it. You got it. Who cares?
And the end of the day, it's nothing to me. That's what my son's born with.
And why are you looking at it?
Because I can see him. I can see his anatomy.
I mean, you're evaluating it, though. And my point is that it was shit. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? What the fuck do you expect him to do as a child if he came out with a tiny dick? What do you expect him to do?
Nothing.
Okay, just sit there and let everybody shit on him, right? Or something.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
But what kind of paradigm are you doing? What kind of paradigm are you setting this guy up for?
No, I'm not saying that for nothing. I just could see that when my son was born, I could see who he is. That's all I'm saying. Or what he's got, or what he doesn't have.
That would be the case. Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, good. That's all you need to do. Just let him be a fucking kid. Like, the idea, like, need some kind of like extremity to make them like better, or make them average up. It's kind of funny. Like, it sounds like adult deficiencies portrayed on children. That's why when I hear shit like that, that sounds like I didn't have that. And now you're like mad at your kid or some shit like that.
No, nothing like that.
Stupid.
No. But you are born with what you have.
Well, you have to work with it, deal with it.
No, but what I'm saying, what you will notice, that can come from you. Small nose, big head.
I know, but my point is, it's just like the lottery of life. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But
you don't love people. You don't love people because,
what I'm basically saying, nobody's judging anything, or nobody's trying to like. But when you're gonna say, "Oh, he got that for me. He got that." You're gonna know that even the wife, even now that I'm divorcing my wife, he's probably gonna grow up with. My son's gonna not share as much time that I want with him. And my wife, oh, did he get that from me? Anatomy-wise, they're gonna know what belongs to who inherited something from the family, like the curly hair.
I don't think he got his wiener from her.
I don't get why you have to have any kind of
he might have. Who knows?
I don't get it.
Listen. This is what I'm saying. It's not that important. I just noticed it. Okay, is that fair enough?
Yes.
Just like my curly hair. My son got my curly hair.
Yes.
You didn't get it from the Filipinos. You got it from me.
I mean, probably not. Yeah, probably not.
No, absolutely. I know what he got from me. Even the smile.
Yes.
He surely got the Filipino nose from my wife. He got that. You cannot deny that. So obviously, if you're looking at the anatomy and because he got this from the mother, he got this from the father. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying. We're talking about anatomy.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. No. I'm not talking about anatomy. I'm talking about people having certain types of anatomy, and now it's not acceptable because you don't meet a status quo.
Never mind.
What are we talking about right now? Can you imagine judging? Literally on the large metric. Can you imagine? You're just you're fat.
No,
right off the bat, you're fat. No, that's just you're a 4-year-old child and you're obese. You're fat.
No, but that obese is not a metric.
It is a metric.
I remember I told you my twin brother. He's 5'10". I'm 5'9.25". Why is my brother? He's my twin brother. And I was born before him. I'm equally as strong, but he's taller. Jose, he's calling to the PD. You remember Jose Quex?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to him once or twice. Yes.
And if you look at my son, he did not inherit a Filipino penis. I've never looked at the.
I know you
And my wife's
Okay.
his brother's penises, but I could tell he got that from my brother. That's my blood. So I can say, well, Mateo,
How
my
would
son.
your? That's fucking crazy.
That's
So you
no,
think-
but it's true. It's like it's normal.
A lot of wiener
It's
going on
nothing
here.
to be like shy about or like
You're not
what do you
taking
call
it
it?
from
Like
there,
it's nothing to be like, oh, why is he like? No, he got this from the side of my family. Not necessarily he got it from my brother, my twin brother. Right? So I can say, oh, he's got the Filipino nose. He's got my smile. He's got my curly hair. He's got the thick Filipino legs like my wife's family, the Filipina. Because I got skinny legs. And certain things that you notice, well, he got that from me. Or from my brother, from my side of the family.
You're trying to say like you made like a perfect specimen considering what
No,
you
but I'm not
work
saying
with.
that
What are we
he's
doing here?
I'm not saying that he's perfect. I'm saying that like before I had the fear, I don't want this dude to be like a little dick motherfucker. He's gonna get the bitches. No, I'm just saying.
It's not up to you, and like that's crazy. Like
no. But he got the Filipino nose. Mateo's handsome, but I'm saying he's a man, and God gave him what he gave him. But he got some things from my side of the family. He got some from their side of the family, whether good or bad, or better or not good, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Maybe you should
It's
stop
like-
fucking Filipino chicks if this was your concern.
No,
You ever
well,
think about that?
It is a concern, but at the same time, it's not a concern.
Okay,
I'm
so
just saying-
like, what supersedes it? Like, does the size of your son's dick outweigh like you wanting to bang an Asian girl? Then like you have to figure out what you're talking about right now and literally rationalize what you're talking. what you're saying.
No, it's not that. It's
Well,
just.
I'm just saying, if you like your
it's like-
woman enough, and you have a kid that's dick's like not up to your standard, just fucking work around it. I don't understand how that would be like a.
Let me say, when
don't
you
get
see
it.
the boy,
Who cares?
when you see the boy, okay. When you see when you have a child and he's born, because you have children, right, Quack? I know you have like 2 children. Or 3.
I don't.
I think you have 2.
I don't. I'm.
You don't?
I'm single. No, I do not.
Okay, well,
I have nieces and nephews.
Okay, well, Quacks, when you see the child, you're gonna be like, oh, this is what everything that he has, nose, hair. You're gonna be like, okay, he gets that from him, he gets that from them. I'm not saying that I'm better or like proportionally or I'm bigger than most or like I'm the big. No, I'm just saying that part belonged to me, that part belonged to her. The nose, the hair. I'm just saying he's like more like me in this regard. Not that he's the biggest motherfucker. No, I'm just saying that I can see because what part of your son, and I'm not talking about personality because in the brain you cannot really, but even the eye, my son's eyes, the same stare, they could be like, oh, that he looks like me. Like the way he looks or the way he smile is kind of like more the muscles and the facial features, personality wise they could be like half and half. You cannot kind of pinpoint where that came from, but you will identify to like your son. That's my son, right? I'm just saying my son has a Filipino nose. He's got white skin, whiter than me, like my grandmother, like my mother's white. My mother's like a white lady, like what you call it, like Anglo. My mother's from, but she's like an Anglo, but I'm like.
All right, give me 1 second. All right, people, I want to thank everybody who came in here tonight. I got to get out of here. It's extremely late. All right. We'll be back real soon with more food, the Real Food TV. People, remember to subscribe if you're new over here. You've been watching Hot Takes. I want to thank Gonzalo and Quags, even though he talked a bunch of trash. Sobers, Alonzo. You got a bunch of people that came there. I want to thank you all for coming in here tonight. It's extremely late. I gotta get some damn sleep, people. Remember to hit that like button. Remember to tune into some more of the Real Food TV people. We really are quite amazing, even if Quags is an asshole and he talked a bunch of trash. Let's see him try it, right? All right, you're listening to Filter right now. The band's called Filter. The song is called Skinny. Pretty cool song, I think. All right, I want to wish you all a very good day. It is pretty much the day right now. All right, have yourselves a good Thursday. It is Thursday now, right? Am I wrong? All right, we've been doing